Shut up, you wouldn't have had a charge.
For real?
Yeah, now you're going to jail.
For real?
Yeah. You're the passenger, man. You can't control what a driver's doing.
Damn, man.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Art Wizard 11 is now live. Screaming Art, Artfight Prep PT100.
It didn't take much. He's as out of shape as I am.
Why are you talking high, bro?
We got to get to the gym, big dog.
Yeah. I didn't sign up for none of this, man.
I didn't sign up for this shit either. That's why I promoted to sit in my car and do nothing. You guys got lucky. I just took my dog in to get his teeth done. One of you guys would have got bitten up.
While Kevin and Deshaun
Stop letting hard water ruin your hair. I have hard water, and so for the longest time, my hair was so...
He's funny, dude.
both run for their lives, the three women in the car stay behind, choosing to wait
Yeah,
for
'cause
the
they're
deputies.
fucking
In the story
smart.
they eventually share is something quite different from what deputies had suspected about them all along.
Were they kidnapped?
I'm glad you guys stopped them. I was so scared.
It was probably terrifying, sister.
It was so
You don't got
scary.
any bomb creates nothing, right?
No.
Okay. You're gonna go with us?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Back this way. Back over this way.
The dumbest her.
Ready to go ahead and take a seat for me. Look at 7.
There's a dog in here?
There's no dog in here.
Okay.
Oh, God, raise the camera. Hold
In
on.
there for me. Nope, no dog in here.
Put me all up in that.
No dog.
What's wrong with you?
What do you
What's wrong
need?
with you, cameraman?
What do you...
Oxygen.
Caught that guy. He's all the way up to the park. Told the driver to step out of the car over and over ago.
Yeah.
He's like, why? It's just a ticket. I'm like, dude, step out of the car. Looks at me.
Okay. Get your breath, man.
All these guys are like
This is
super
DL.
funny, dude.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
He gave me his driver's license before he ran.
All right, I'm gonna go,
This feels like a
Run.
small town where everybody knows everybody, bro. I love it.
them.
We check with all back, but I don't think we're charging.
I don't feel safe there, though.
anything unless they're on paper or something.
Yeah, I'll run.
I didn't count it. Back right passenger had like $500, $600, $700 on him. Yeah, big old wad. Getting a foot chase with all back behind me threatening the dog. I'm like, we don't have a dog. We don't have a dog. Bro, he's lying.
With both Kevin and Deshaun in custody, deputies begin speaking with the three female passengers to understand what led to this chaotic chase. But they soon realize that the reason may have very little to do with them.
Dude, what happened tonight?
We met them at the bar and we just was going with them.
Did any three of you know these dudes?
No.
Dude, imagine meeting a dude at a bar and they just, oh my God, it's terrifying.
Where have you seen him at?
Stay safe. Anyone watching my videos, man, make sure to stay safe because I would never do that to you. I would never. If there was a little fine that was on love of me, I would let her treat you so nice.
Like bars and stuff like that.
Okay.
We don't even know them for real. We were kind of just hanging out. We were drinking at first. I guess.
Did they tell you where they were going? No?
We were just drinking.
Did you know like Beloit or like
Well,
the
yeah,
general?
I knew we was going to Beloit, but I didn't know where we was going in Beloit.
Gotcha. Did they tell you what you guys were going to do or?
Just go kick it.
Okay. Have you ever met those guys before? No?
But he said he had to pick something up.
Okay.
The one that was driving.
Okay, yep. Did he ever tell you what he had to stop and get? No? Okay.
But he had his GPS on, so he like knew where he was going.
Okay.
But I don't know what he was going to get.
Damn, you doing an extra
I
mile.
told him he was speeding. I saw the sheriff. Was it you, the one that he moved?
No, it wasn't.
I told him, I said, you're going to get pulled over for speeding. You're going 40 and a 25. And he was like, man, I got my license, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Sure enough, we got behind him.
When I first pulled you guys over in Orfordville, did they say anything to you?
They just, we just sat in the car. And he pulled over. I was like, okay, everything's cool. He's showing you guys his license. I'm like, okay, he got his together, you know? Then when he came back, that's when he started acting like he didn't want to get out of the car.
Okay.
And I was like, what the f***? I don't know, I guess he made the decision to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did he say anything while he was running?
Type of man I would be if I'm running from the cops, I would throw you out my car because I don't want you to get hurt.
No. And he pulled off, and I was like, you can let me out.
One foot on the gas, the other foot on your face trying to kick you out my car. Get out, bitch. Gotta go.
And then he was telling us, like, the one in the back was like, go faster, or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, your safety matters more than anything. I said, even if you're trying to get away from the police, I said, my life matters. If you don't care about yours, mine does. So
Yeah, nah, you said all that, bro. You said all that during the police chase going 115. You gave that motivational tech. Yeah, fact.
They'll let me out or something. I just told them to stop the cars. I said, we're not running.
You know what it really sounded like? Oh my God, you slow down! Let me out! That's the like allegedly.
We didn't do anything, so we're gonna stay here, and you guys do what you're gonna do because this doesn't have no food.
Okay.
And then I told them, I said, when you guys kept throwing the spikes, I kept telling them, like, you might as well just get out. Not like get out and run, but like stop the car. You might as well get out. There's no point because the next step is gonna be probably crashing, and I did not want to crash.
Did you say he was gonna run on foot or anything when he stopped? Okay.
I just told him you might as well stop the car. Should have been stopped it. We were like yelling at him the whole time.
Okay.
But at the same time, I didn't want to like put too much pressure because I didn't want to die. So I like kind of was chill about it.
Okay.
And then my friend
Being
tried
chill
to
about
stop
it
the
is
car
crazy.
because it was still going right here, and then we just got out, and the lady pulled up and told us to get on the ground.
Okay. So they didn't really say anything while they were running. They're just booking it. Right. And then they obviously stopped the car here. He didn't put it in drive or put it in park. So
Why would the passenger get out and run though? That's probably the dumbest thing you could do.
My friend behind me, Kia, she put it in park.
Kiatra leaned over and threw it in park.
Yeah,
and then that's when they came up.
And then we just waited for the lady to come.
Okay, so you don't know these guys at all.
He was scared as hell. But even if you're scared, like I don't give a how scared I am. I'm staying my ass in the car.
Okay. Well, you had a hell of an
My friend was
experience.
sleeping, and did you see her sleeping?
I honestly just woke up. Honestly, I don't even get out the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a night out for you.
This is my first time ever even being in a situation.
Yeah.
My homie died from speeding super fast, so I was telling him like slow down because like you're risking all of our lives.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's super dangerous.
Yeah, we and all three of us, we both have kids.
Right.
So like and I.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
That's what we get for doing what we
Yeah, maybe. Next time we're not gonna leave the bar with random dude.
Yeah.
Poor girl woke up in custody.
All right, how about I'll take you out of custody. You're good to go.
Just so you know, he is on paper. He is passive curfew, so that's why.
Curfew.
So.
Wow, he's bold.
I got the kids to get home too. I don't even.
Oh.
And I think I have, unless it's in my pocket, I have some cash in the car.
Okay.
It'd be like $50, I think.
We'll have to figure the cash thing out here in a few minutes. I think your other friend's actually already calling for a ride. She's right over.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
What a night out, bro. Holy shit.
But I can tell you the exact amount.
Dude, you know where that $50 is at?
It's in either the glove department or on the floor.
Let's make some better choices with our friends.
Hey man, can I have your hat pop for me?
Oh yeah, let me see you. About biggest. Go to the
Even when Kevin
NFL.
and Deshaun refused to speak with deputies about the chase, they managed to find enough evidence in the car to know exactly why they ran.
Such a car found probably like an ounce
Where's you find that
the
at?
driver's seat or the passenger seat.
Underneath.
Very large,
the
man.
Passenger seat.
Yeah, dude. Someone asked if I could catch him. 100% I could catch him, but when I do catch up to him, what the f am I gonna do? What do you want me to do? I can't do shit.
And Creed was
Mo- like 6'9", 280 pounds.
and he couldn't get to it from the front. So it had to have been my
I'm gonna charge you with then.
back right.
Yeah. I haven't counted it, but it's
Stack.
a stack.
Well, there's 2 phones that I took and some money.
I've got phones, or I've got one phone.
Yeah, we'll take all 3 phones.
Well, I'm assuming they were going to pick something up because my chick said that they were going to get something. That's what the driver said.
Probably McDonald's.
Yeah.
They just passed it at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Totally was.
Deputies find a total of $541 in cash,
Damn.
2 phones, as well as a green leafy substance in the car, weighing 39.73 grams that test positive for THC.
Oh, he was a little druggy.
Ultimately, Kevin was charged with vehicle fleeing eluding an officer, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer.
Jesus.
He also received over $950 in traffic citations and was later released on a $2,500 cash bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of fleeing eluding an officer,
Ooh.
resisting obstructing, and all the traffic
What about the
citations.
passenger?
The remaining charge was dismissed. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 18 months in state prison, followed by 2 years of extended supervision, while one of the passengers, Deshaun, was charged with felony, possession of THC, second offense, misdemeanor, obstructing an officer. He was released on a $500 signature bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of both counts and was sentenced to 90 days in jail.
90 days? I mean, that's not bad for being a passenger, bro.
Don't just watch, represent.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Visit
90 days isn't bad for a passenger.
He's chopped. Yo, jeez, go. Here's a link to the original video if you guys want to link in the description. YouTube, if you like to watch it, like, comment, subscribe on the original video, the link to the original video.
Check out in no time. Choose Chrome to save.
Dad realizes children hid a body in his backyard. Jesus Christ. That's a nice trailer.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
My bit buddy. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing my bit buddy.
Police are speaking with Manuel Guillen Sr. Living inside his trailer are his son Manny and his girlfriend
I knew
Brianna.
I was missing somebody.
Kids, them grown adults. Holy in that little ass trailer.
Bit buddy.
They've been hiding a horrifying secret from their families that this detective is about to uncover.
Hey, Manny. Hey, Brianna. Is that your pocket for me? You guys know why I'm trying to talk to you guys. So.
A year ago, the couple killed their daughter, buried her body in the woods near their trailer, and continued living as if nothing happened. Over time, Brianna's family began to grow suspicious, tipping off police that something is seriously wrong. By the time investigators catch on to the lies, both killers would walk free, leaving their families and detectives to confront one of the darkest and most tragic discoveries of their lives.
They killed her. I know we did.
And I know you've been lying to us. Tell us what happened.
Right there?
Yeah, she's very good.
They brought them to the holy. YouTube, make sure to get some snacks. This is gonna be a long one. It's an hour one. Like, comment, subscribe on the original creator video. Link in the description. All that.
This is the home of Aurelia and Manuel Sr., the parents of Manny Guillen. Police believe Manny is connected to a missing child investigation. 2 days ago, Eddy County deputies received a troubling call from relatives of Manny's girlfriend, 24-year-old Brianna Stallings, reporting something concerning about her daughter.
We were concerned about my cousin. Her name is Brianna Stallings, and we've never seen her with her baby anymore. She blocked us all on social media and everything. She's with a guy named Manny Guillen.
Brianna's cousin would go on to explain that the family hasn't seen Brianna's daughter in nearly a year, and that one of the last places the child was seen alive is right here, at the residence of Manny's parents. These officers are here simply to conduct a welfare check. Unknowingly, they are moments away from stepping into one of the most disturbing murder investigations of their careers.
I can't see.
Hi.
Hello. Sergeant around the sheriff's office. Hi, how are you, sir?
Very good. Manuel Guillen.
Nice to meet you, Manuel.
So happy. I'll be here for you.
Good, how are you?
Is anyone else here?
No.
Just you two?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we go talk over here? Would that be okay? I'm just gonna talk with them real quick. Do you know if baby?
You know what I heard already? Yes, I know what happened already. When I know that she was with my son, because one day they appeared over there, he had a problem, so she don't have nobody to take care of her. But she's pregnant. She's pregnant.
Did you know if the baby had been born? Did you ever see the baby?
No, when they born, they were together. They were together, and like I told you,
So does she have
According
the
to
baby or
Manny's
no?
father, Brianna appeared estranged from her own family. She didn't seem to have anyone looking out for her and slowly began leaning on Manny and his parents as she went through her pregnancy. On the surface, Manny's father seems unaware that anything might be wrong with Brianna's daughter. But officers are about to learn he may know far more about the missing child than he realizes.
So when she had the baby, where were they living?
They had a baby. They were with me maybe a week, 2 weeks over there, and they went to Pereira.
So right after they had the baby, they lived with you for a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jack!
And then they disappeared. because they were driving like where they were staying. I don't know. I respect her. I never pretty bad, never. Because
Jack.
I do
No, Jack.
Yeah.
But I never pretty bad. I
You
tweeted.
pull that pull that.
Through the language barrier, officers
the
are able
second
to
day.
piece together more of this story. Manny's father goes on to explain that his son served in the Marines and that he believed Manny cared deeply for Brianna's daughter and took good care of her. He also says that he tried to help the couple, allowing them to stay with him, offering support and showing sympathy for Brianna's situation after she became estranged from her own family. However, he also admits the couple were unstable. They would stay for a while, then disappear again. At the time, Manny's father believed he was doing the right thing, helping a struggling couple get back on their feet, but he has no idea that this will become the biggest regret of his life. Before leaving the place, officers also speak briefly with Manny's mother, who'd have some concerning statements about the couple.
If my kids ever have a bunch of cops at my doorstep, I'm gonna whoop their ass. I don't go what they did. They getting their ass whooped, number one, before I start asking questions.
So Manuel and Brianna never lived there when you were there?
Iban y venían.
Coming with the baby?
No, la baby no nació en
She
julio.
wasn't at the house there when the baby was there.
Okay.
Have you visited it? That's it.
Okay.
Manny's mother would speak to officers in Spanish. She tells them that every time she asked Brianna and Manny about their daughter, the couple told her the child was with a family member. But she leaves out several concerning details about what was really going on in Manny's life. Details officers will soon uncover on their own. For now, police leave the residents with more questions than answers. They still don't know where Brianna and Manny are, and they still have no idea where their daughter might
There we
be.
go.
But just as they prepare to leave, Manny's brother pulls up to the house. Detectives quickly approach to speak with him, where they'll get their first real lead on where Brianna's daughter might be.
Your mom's a cool lady. I completely forgot about Susan, man.
I'm Detective Johnson, man.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Hey, so we just talked to your mom.
Nobody's in trouble.
Yeah, no,
But see, I have no idea why the family contacted you guys.
AI viewers stream book.
If she had any questions,
Come.
that I would give her any information that I had, and I did that.
Called who? Is it Brianna or her family member?
Her
or
aunt.
Okay.
I got the messages right here.
And have you talked to Brianna or Manuel at all, or?
I talked to Brianna maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Have you seen her? Did she have her baby with her? Or?
I have not seen the baby since. It's been a couple of months now. Probably like maybe more. I was one or two. I was
got a missing baby, bro?
I haven't seen her in a while.
Take it all the way
Okay.
out of the thing.
She had told me that one of her aunts was taking care of her.
Although
Oh,
Manny's
I
brother
see, I
reassures
see.
officers that the couple's child is with one of Brianna's aunts, he admits he hasn't seen her daughter in months and doesn't sound fully convinced by Brianna's story. Following this, detectives begin contacting Brianna's family. One by one, every one of her aunts tell the same thing. They do not have her daughter. One of Brianna's aunts, Ruby, insists detectives come speak with her in person because she's seen and heard troubling details about Brianna and Manny's relationship they need to look into. When detectives arrive to speak with Ruby, they'll quickly realize there's more to the story than a missing child.
Hello. Are you Ruby?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Ruby. I'm Detective Johnson. We spoke on the phone.
Yes.
I think you said you had some.
Yes, come on in.
Baby right there.
Come here, baby.
Is that all right?
The baby got a little Cheeto puff in his hand. I can't stand kids with them because they always want to suck on it and then try to hand it to you. I don't want that soggy ass on my face.
I come in?
Yes, come on in.
Thank you.
I know something's going on because when Brianna was pregnant, she was here with me and she left. I raised Brianna since age 6.
Oh, wow.
And I spoke to her brother earlier. I called him on my lunch break. Was it Brian? Brian. And asked him, hey, what's going on? I said, have you met your niece? Have you seen her? He says, no, I haven't. Because when she had
no one saw the baby?
that day, she called me.
Yeah, and then you went to the hospital.
Yeah, I went right away, and he kind of got mad, like she's with.
Manny?
Yeah, because I was taking pictures.
She was already with Manny.
Yes. And he kind of got mad, and he whispered in her ear, and he walked out of the room. And I'm like,
what the f*** he mad at?
And I said, he's mad, huh? I told Brianna he got mad. She goes, yeah, don't pay attention to him.
What the detective is hearing now isn't just concerning, it's deeply unsettling. It's the first time the relationship between Brianna and Manny begins to sound volatile and potentially dangerous. Ruby doesn't know it yet, but her intuition is spot on.
That's a red flag, brother. Like, what are you doing? Your wife, or their wife, right? Your wife just has a kid, and you gonna whisper in her ear and be mad? What the? That don't sound right, man.
And in just a matter of days, she will be told the most horrific truth imaginable about her grandniece. For now, the detective leaves Ruby's home and heads back to the station, knowing they need to move quickly and locate Brianna and Manny. What Ruby shared was troubling, but it's only the beginning, and far worse revelations are still to come.
Oh, no.
2 days pass with no sign of the couple or their child. Then, a call comes in from a woman named Desiree, who identifies herself as Brianna's former roommate. She's heard about the missing child and has important information about Brianna's boyfriend Manny, details his own family never shared with police.
Dude, I wonder if it was just Manny, like Manny got rid of the baby or something. You know what I mean? Or like, was it like planned by both of them?
The only reason that everything kind of worries me is just she fell off and like she just didn't talk to nobody, and then this kind of like happened, you know.
Do you know why she's kind of disassociated herself from other people?
Her and Manny were fighting so bad. He said he didn't want the baby. He has a son, and I'm pretty sure that he had got that baby taken away because he beat the shit out of the baby.
Holy.
And so have that kid no more. The mom has the kid. Brianna, she was with my mom for 2 years.
Has Kyrie texted you back?
I don't want to talk about it.
How was the math test?
I'm streaming.
Don't want to talk about it.
I said I'm streaming. You need to talk to somebody. I talked to my Talkspace therapist.
Can't afford it. And still, don't want to talk about it.
It's just to warn her.
Sounds like a
She, like, I don't know, recites our address
I've
or
always been
something.
like trying to help her out
Dang.
and stuff. Well, when she was pregnant, you know, he had said that he didn't want to be with her. He didn't want the baby. He doesn't want a kid. That's why he got rid of his other kid. So it kind of worries me on that part, you know.
Needless to say, Desiree's call paints a disturbing picture of the couple. If Manny already lost custody of his own child due to abuse, then there's every possibility that Brianna's big daughter may have suffered the same fate. Together, the pair comes across as volatile, irresponsible, and deeply unfit. A dynamic that only adds more urgency for the detectives to locate them and find the missing child. The next day, as detectives begin mapping out their next...
Wait, is Brianna good right now? She sounds like she held hostage and got Stockholm or something.
Steps, they finally receive a tip on the couple's whereabouts. Brianna and Manny are staying at a trailer belonging to Manny's father. Officers immediately drive to the address, hoping to finally speak with the couple directly and get their side of the story.
Please open up! I would have so much fun as an
Several
officer.
minutes pass with no answer. Then the officer knocks again. When Brianna and Manny finally step out of the trailer, it's clear they already know why the police are here.
Uh-oh.
And they have a story prepared.
Hey, so, I'm Detective Johnson, by the way. Sorry, do you guys know why I'm out here trying to talk to you guys?
It's because I heard, I guess my family saying speaks and talking to his family.
Do you know about what?
I guess the baby's
The baby's fine. There's no war in boss saying say, hey, here, where's the baby at?
Said that they reported her missing because we haven't heard her from her.
That's why I'm involved as a detective, you know what I mean? Just because stuff like that gets passed on to us. So, where's your baby at right now?
She's with a friend.
She's
Where's
with
that?
a friend.
Juarez.
In Juarez? Okay. Who's your friend in Juarez?
Her name's Maria.
Maria. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna talk to you guys individually real quick, and then I'm gonna talk to both of you quick. So can you just hang out with him for a minute? And can I talk to you over here?
Yeah.
So obviously I don't know your personal life. I don't know anybody. I'm just trying to get it all figured out and
No, it's like I'm just mad because
get upset.
yeah, because I don't talk to them at all.
What's
they're annoying and they're all in my life, and that's one reason why it's because I just
They care about your kid. I feel like that's a normal family thing.
used to live with my aunt. She would put me through hell, like hell.
Like what?
Like she would always yell at me and say I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm doing. This, that. So
I mean, right now you with an ex-Marine in a trailer park with a missing baby. I feel like Auntie might be right on this one. I'm sorry.
I don't like her knowing anything of what I'm doing. She's very young. And then like her dog coming over here saying like about my business and whatnot. That's one reason why I blocked him.
Is your friend, I mean, did you take your baby down there?
Yeah, I put it so she can take care of it because I'm going to get lots of them.
So how'd you guys end up, so when did that happen?
That happened
When did you
like
hand her over to
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Brianna's explanation sounds reasonable. Her family constantly interferes in her life and she doesn't want to deal with them. She even speaks negatively about her aunt, Ruby, claiming she was never supportive of her. Nothing about Brianna's story immediately raises alarms, so to verify the details, the officer moves on to speak with Manny separately to cross-check what Brianna has already said.
I don't trust Manny. Look at his shirt, glasses, and hat. All this is a red flag. What got going on here?
Dead. This is when a small discrepancy surfaces. One that will mark the beginning of the couple's story falling apart.
Hey man, so, can you kind of just give me the rundown of everything going on?
Alrighty, so as far as I know, like, her family's been trying to get a hold of her because I guess they haven't been in touch and want to know how she's doing and the baby's doing. And she spoke to a couple of family members. I think it was her aunt or brother or some shit like that because they messaged her. And she told them to, like, yeah, we're doing okay, like, you guys don't got to worry about nothing. And then they were like, okay, well, just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And then after that, then they started, okay, my mom told me, she's like, oh, hey, there's detectives here at my house, like, trying to figure out, like, if you guys are missing or some shit, you guys haven't, like, talked to the family, or, like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, she's talked to her aunts or someone, she's talked to a couple of family members and let them know, like, everything was okay, and, like, they're still doing this shit, so, yeah, I don't know.
So the baby's in waters?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Roughly the...
I walked 2, 4 o'clock like a sip in my dog. My boss was working so the bug got this out of luck.
day or the month?
Like,
beginning of the year?
What month are we in?
February? Did they give you an address? Or like, how are you guys supposed to get in contact? Or what's the plan? Is she gonna go back for a baby at some point?
So as far as I knew, it's like once we got good and shit, we were gonna be, I guess she was gonna be hitting us up back then. So that's all I know.
Terrible liar. Not only that, it's like, hey, where's your baby? It's in America. It's in America, somewhere in America. Like, zero specific, no address. We don't got a name, phone number, nothing going on.
Not only does Manny give a completely different time frame for when Brianna's daughter was given away, but he also can't provide any basic details for the supposed friend the child was given to. When the officer circles back to Brianna with the same question, she can't answer it either, and offers no way to verify that this friend even exists. At this point, the officer's suspicion grows, and with the inconsistencies piling up, he makes the call to detain the couple and bring them to the station for further questioning.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it would be more of like a he's super abusive, whatever the she's held hostage, some but now I feel like she's actively playing a part in neglecting this child. You know what I'm talking about? So it seems very, almost says 6'7". Thick Devin!
At the station, Brianna and Manny are placed into separate interview rooms. They still don't know their stories don't match, and investigators intend to keep it that way. This is the police's only chance to finally figure out what really happened to Brianna's daughter and who's responsible. As for the couple, one wrong answer could expose the horrifying secret they've been hiding for months.
And so, how'd you get in contact with Maria?
Through WhatsApp.
Through WhatsApp?
When did this happen?
I said 2 months.
2 months ago? Okay. Do you remember the day? Do you have the messages on WhatsApp from Maria?
New phone, just new phone, don't know where my baby is, sorry.
I can.
Jesus Christ.
It's like all kinds of,
Scary who could be a parent, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
How do you get in contact with her to check on?
She told me she was gonna get a Facebook and like they wanted to talk to me. I thought she told me.
You haven't talked to Maria about
You haven't talked to her since El Paso.
How do we just make sure Kalani's okay, Daniel? Because Brianna doesn't seem to know how we can just ensure that Kalani's safe. If you think about it, that's kind of disturbing a little bit. It's a mother, maybe not a little bit more concerned.
How could you
about-
just go on living in your little trailer for like months on end and not feel like sick to your stomach or turn yourself in or go on like how detached and deranged are you? You know what I mean? Like, this is some real crazy shit.
And that's some tears that the child betrays.
Like, I wouldn't be able to
I know
sleep.
sometimes she has problems with her phone. And she like kind of has a hard time getting paid. So maybe it's like she probably has her phone bill. The only thing I can say is probably just wait for her until she gets her phone fixed and probably contact the check on what's up.
As expected, Brianna and Manny stick to their conflicting story, but more importantly is that neither of them show any concern for their daughter's well-being, despite not seeing or hearing anything from the supposed friend for weeks. What the couple doesn't know yet is that detectives have already followed up on the supposed friend Brianna mentioned and discovered that no such person exists. By now, it's painfully obvious to investigators that both Brianna and Manny are lying. So detectives decide it's time to lay out what they believe really happened to Brianna's big daughter and confront her directly.
Crazy.
Brianna, we need you to just be truthful with this. A lot of the stuff you said is just not making any sense, and it's kind of hard to wrap our minds around the kind of the lack of concern you're showing. I mean, we just need the truth. We need to make sure Kalani's okay. I mean, we get it. Stuff happens. You know, people go through hard times. We understand that.
Something happened. Something that you don't. Whether or not Kalani's okay or not, something happened. After this happened, you guys discussed this. Tried to come up with a story talking about a person that we know nothing about. With no proof that we really did. Something happened. Just take what you do right now is what matters. Right?
Brianna finally breaks and confesses to killing her daughter. After this admission, she becomes visibly emotional, and for several minutes, detectives are unable to get clear answers from her. As they slowly piece together her statements, a story begins to form. Brianna claims she fell asleep on her daughter while they were in the car, accidentally suffocating her. Panicked, she and Manny buried her daughter's body in a remote wooded area has remained for nearly a year. After the confession, detectives decide to give Brianna a few minutes alone to collect herself and to reconsider the story she's choosing to tell. Because even now, she's taking full responsibility and insisting Manny
If you accidentally suffocate your child, right, when you're sleeping, you wake up, what's the first thing you're doing? Calling 911, right? Oh my God, my baby! My baby! Like, dude, you're not in a trash bag and putting it in the woods. It's not like calling 911, calling out exactly what.
My boss's Whoops, sorry, forgot to put the thing back on.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Nina just built an app.
So we can all build apps now?
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
Book sharing app.
Profesor de español.
And no part in what happened. When detectives return to the room, they know what they need to do next. Convince Brianna to be honest about Manny's role and where her daughter's body is buried.
Brianna. Hi, Brianna. Brianna, how are you? I'm Sergeant Rhonda. Doing okay? Sergeant Marion.
Can we get you anything? You need water or anything? You need a snack?
I want a snack. I can use one.
So we kind of gotta.
I can use a snack. I'd rather like a snack. It sounds good and tasty.
Going on, okay? You're not in any kind of trouble right now. We want to do what we can to help you, okay? With, I guess, you being willing to help us as well.
I am a fucking architect.
Would you be willing to drive up to Queens right now? Kind of show us where we need to go. You're gonna go with us. Yeah, you're okay going with us? Yeah. How'd you get here?
Manual? Would you be comfortable with manual? Yeah.
After agreeing to help detectives, Brianna seems to regain her composure, speaking calmly and answering questions as if the weight of her confession has already lifted. In the next room, Manny has no idea his girlfriend just confessed and took all the blame. But he's about to find out as detectives prepare to drive both of them to the one place they never wanted anyone to find.
You guys ready?
One in there.
You okay?
My legs are kind of like, because it's
Oh, sorry, this is Sergeant Rhonda. Daniel? Nice to meet you, sir.
As they prepare to leave, Brianna and Manny are reunited, and it's clear Manny immediately realizes she's told officers the truth. The couple and—
Dude, they gotta keep them away from each other though, because like what happens if he's like, just take the blame for me. Take the blame for me. You know what I mean? Like she seems like the type to just take the blame. Like
officers then drive out and hike deep into the woods to recover the body. A grim walk that will lead to what can only be described as a nightmare.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, menu. There you go. Stay low. Stay low.
Got it.
Stay right here where the rock's at. Where the rock is? Where the rock is? I'm sorry?
The one right in the hot spot.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, she's buried in
That one just sticking out there like a big old pimple.
with all those
So-
sticks right there.
She's underneath the rock?
Yeah, she's underneath it.
Those eyes. Start walking back? Yeah.
I marked it.
Okay. So, I don't want to keep you guys out of the loop just because you guys...
The sad thing is, this guy seems like the type to just sit there and lie about it and let her take the blame. Yeah, dude. I mean, this guy's a piece of
For sure. But we're going to do stuff the way we do handle it. And so what we're going to do is we got to get a search warrant, of course, but we're going to bring out our other resources and we're going to do this the right way, okay? We're going to hold off. We're going to secure this.
Do we
It's gonna
have
be
your
a couple
phone numbers and
days.
stuff so we can get a hold of you guys?
Well, we got to give them. We got to take them back home.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
What are you
So it's not like
laughing
we're
about?
just coming, marking, and then leaving. So I just want you to know that that's not what we're doing. So it's going to be a long process, okay?
Why are they letting him go
100%
home?
certain that's the spot, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Put him in a cell.
I think we're good, man.
Give him a fucking cheese sandwich.
We've been marking it along the way.
By now, officers believe they've found the burial site, but because it's already dark, they halt the search until the following day. Before Before Brianna and Manny are allowed to leave, detectives instruct them to return at noon. For now, the pair isn't being detained and are treated as two people who may simply be caught in a tragic situation. At least, based on what they're admitting. A far cry
I feel like you're just giving them more time to come up with stories and you know what I mean?
from the real truth behind their lies, a horrific truth that police are just hours away from discovering.
Oh no, 12 hours later.
The next morning, Brianna meets detectives near the search site, but strangely, Manny doesn't join her. Instead, he waits inside a detective's car, refusing to return to the burial location. Brianna then leads investigators back to the wooded area, with forensic experts following behind. She's about to give them the confirmation they've been searching for, even though the couple responsible will eventually still walk free.
What?
Wait, they walk free after this? Are you dead ass?
Yeah, but that was over there.
That was over there. Okay, I can check over there because that's where that was.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's kind of like.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
This is insane.
Okay. You wanna hang out in the shade over the water park? Thank you.
Hey guys.
Here's a bench if you want us to do.
Yes. Should we try to break it?
Here.
Tragically, this discovery confirms detectives' worst fears. But as investigators examine the remains, something stands out. Although the body has decayed significantly, it still shows signs of possible injuries. Suddenly, Brianna's claims of an accidental suffocation no longer seem as straightforward as she described, and detectives now need to get to the bottom of what really happened.
Get that man!
So while forensics continue their
It's a
work,
track record,
a
bro.
detective speaks with Manny, hoping to determine whether Brianna is telling the truth or if she's
I don't
just
trust his funky ass. Look at his hat and glasses. But that coupled with his big ass ears, I don't trust him. Smack him in his mouth one time.
protecting him. What Manny says next makes one thing unmistakably clear. He has no intention of taking responsibility.
I mean, we get it that the baby passed away and you and Brianna buried the baby out here. Why would you try to hide that fact?
If you remember, I think I remember the baby was being really fussy. And Brianna was like, you know what, let's just go outside. So we went outside and we tried maybe going to the car and then turning it on, and maybe with the help of the car being turned on and the multiple vibration, probably helped with her to sleep.
See, I can understand that. For as much as you want closure in this, you don't think that I want closure. I have my own babies. But the only way that I can get that closure, man, is if you guys just help us.
What a terrible liar, dude.
And by helping us, I mean just be honest with us. Was the baby in a backpack? Did you put the baby in something?
Just bags and blankets.
And where you roughly showed us, that's where you remember to the best of your knowledge as well.
Despite the detective's efforts to get any reaction out of him, Manny remains completely emotionless, taking no responsibility, and insists it was nothing more than an accident caused by Brianna. With Brianna already taking all the blame, detectives have no choice but to accept their statements for now, and the interview with Manny is wrapped up. Back at the burial site, forensics finish documenting the scene, and the remains are sent for autopsy. At this point, officers could arrest the couple for tampering with evidence. They already admitted to burying the body, but detectives make a different decision and let the couple walk free.
Wait, why?
On the surface, it seems like a strange choice, but in reality, it's a calculated move that will become crucial later on.
I don't understand
With
it.
that decision, the scene is cleared and the day is wrapped up.
I don't
Back
like
at
that
the station,
afterwards.
investigators regroup to discuss their plan. They agree that letting the couple go, at least temporarily, is what's best for the investigation. There is no autopsy yet, no confirmed cause of death, and no clear way to prove who is responsible. If Brianna and Manny were arrested immediately, they would almost certainly lawyer up, and detectives would lose the only chance to confront them once the medical evidence comes back.
Okay, I heard
By
you.
waiting, investigators gain a strategic advantage, the opportunity to secure a confession when the autopsy reveals the truth.
So they have more evidence and stuff. Got you.
But their plan comes with major risk. The couple is now completely free to disappear, and what detectives don't know yet is that Manny has family in Mexico.
Uh-oh.
Over the following week, investigators wait for the autopsy results and begin searching for anything that could help strengthen their case. They're certain Brianna hasn't told the full truth, and with Manny's history of involving his previous child and wife,
Jesus.
there is every reason to suspect foul play in their daughter's death. So,
Like, dude, if you know your man or girl has like a history with like that, get out. I would never put my kid through that. That's
to gain
crazy.
more insight into the couple, detectives arranged to meet Brianna's aunt, Ruby, at her workplace. At this point, Ruby has no idea that her grandniece is long gone. And once detectives break the tragic news to her, she will make it clear just how big of a mistake it was to let the couple walk free.
If it's okay, is it okay if I ask you some questions before we get started? Okay, so how did this all come about?
I was 6 years old. I've had her. She lived with me at age 23. She left. In and out. You know, once they turn 18, they know it all. She got pregnant from some guy out of Texas. She was excited to be a mom. But when she met this guy she's with now, she messaged me, "Thea, I have my baby." I rushed to the hospital.
Where was that?
Here.
Here in Crowfoot?
Yes, sir. I took pictures with the baby, and he got upset. Before he walked out that room, he whispered something in her ear, and I looked at him like, I said, is he mad? She says, yes, Thea, he's mad. Here he gets mad. I want to take pictures of the baby, me and the baby. Her brothers was sending her money every Fridays to help her out with the baby. He would ask her, where's my baby niece? I want to meet my baby niece.
And her brother,
There's no baby.
Brian.
He's her brother Brian. I spoke to him last night. He goes, I haven't heard nothing, Thea. Well, her brother ended up her. They argued, and he told her, hey, I'm not going to be sending you any more money if you don't bring me my baby niece to meet her. I don't even know her. Every time they go, he said she'd get the money and go. And there's no baby. And she said she left it with an aunt. We're the only aunts. Me, one from Roswell, and the other two, they ain't even capable of taking care of a kid.
Ruby would continue describing more concerning behavior from the couple, especially Manny's anger and hostility around Brianna's daughter. But as she talks, she begins to sense that the detective sitting across from her may already know far more about her grandniece's condition than she does.
Is there a baby? Did they take him in for questioning?
Do you have any other questions?
Or are they in the loose, or is there a baby?
So, the baby, there was a...
Oh my god.
But y'all found her.
Look at her reaction, bro, versus the mother and Manny. That's crazy. Like, you could just see the difference, bro.
I know, but we still have... I know. And this is part of the judicial system that we have to...
No. They should be locked up. They should be locked up. Taking her to her doctor's visits or anything.
She knows.
So, it's still under investigation. There's still a lot of questions we have, okay?
Well, what are they saying?
Again, we haven't really spoke to them, okay?
They're gonna be gone. If you go find them, they're gonna be gone.
Oh,
his family in Mexico. He has family. His mom's from Mexico. They have family in Juarez.
Through her grief.
So this is what made me realize my hair isn't straight. I used to fight my hair every morning, like unwanted frizz, flat roots, no definition. Then I heard about pros and realized I have wavy hair.
She warns them about something they hadn't fully considered. The couple
cop.
could already be on the run, especially with Manny's connections in Mexico. Additionally, her description of Brianna as a follower only reinforces what investigators heard before. It's starting to make sense to detectives why Brianna would take the blame, even if Manny played a bigger role in what happened. By now, though, Ruby is devastated, knowing she will never see her grandniece again. Her reaction is far more emotional than anything detectives have seen from Brianna. But sadly, the tragic news doesn't stop there, because Ruby is about to hear the most disturbing part about her grandniece's death.
They killed her. He killed her. I know he did. I could have had that baby. I could have raised her.
Do you know who the dad is of the baby?
No, we don't know him.
Nobody knows?
Nobody knows who he is.
The baby has been sent up to Albuquerque for an autopsy.
How many months was she?
So you're gonna
was
do
it before she turned 1?
Probably.
Oh my God.
I don't know how old she was exactly, but I'm guessing a month to 2 months.
Jesus.
When she passed away. My God.
No, that's up.
And again, I'm just going off the information that I was told.
Yeah, that he stopped breathing because all he did was, when I got to that car, it smelled like bad, like weed. I bet that he couldn't even breathe. Why are they still out in the news? Well, will you know about the autopsy?
It takes about 6 months.
God.
6 months for an autopsy? What the?
That's why we don't want them. We don't want to spook them, one. And we
They've
don't
already
people...
got spooked. The minute y'all discovered that his body, they were gone. They're gone.
Oh my
I know
God.
they're gone.
You think they ran,
Ruby
chat?
is justifiably furious. She wants justice, even if it means putting her own niece behind bars. But without an autopsy, detectives still don't have definitive proof of how Brianna's daughter died or who is responsible. Making an arrest now could jeopardize the case. With that uncertainty,
I get it, but like, can we put like a car on them? Can we make sure they don't run?
Hanging over the investigation,
Put an
detectives
Apple AirTag
wrap
on
up the
them?
interview with Ruby. At this point, they still believe waiting is a safer option. But that decision comes with a dangerous consequence. It gives the couple exactly what they need. Time to run, disappear, and make sure they're never found.
That's scary. 2 months after body discovery.
Over 2 months later, the autopsy results finally come in, and the findings are more disturbing than anyone imagined. Report reveals multiple injuries and in the child's system. Most importantly,
oh my God.
The manner of death is ruled a homicide. For the first time, detectives have confirmation that foul play was involved. Now they need to figure out which one of them is responsible, and more importantly, where they are. Detectives are quickly sent out to search for the couple, but they're nowhere to be found.
Oh my God.
Days turn into weeks, and every possible address comes up empty. It begins to look like Ruby was right all along. The couple may have disappeared for good and gotten away with the murder of her grandniece.
Nah, that's crazy. 4 months after the
8
body discovery.
full weeks pass, and still no sign of Brianna or Manny. Then, in February, detectives receive a tip that the couple has returned and is quietly staying at Manny's father's trailer at
got you, little...
the nearby park. It's the first real lead since the autopsy. Officers are dispatched, but they're told to keep the encounter calm and convince the couple to come in voluntarily. The goal is to extract a confession, not spook them into running again. Minutes later, they arrive at the trailer park, hoping this time the pair won't slip away.
Come out with your hands up! You're not supposed to spook them. Come out with your hands up!
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Good. Good. Hey, are your kiddos home?
Yeah, they're sleeping.
Oh, okay. Hi. Nice to see you again.
How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Can you call him?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Can you call Brianna?
Sir, can you just call Brianna out just for now?
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind.
You can come in, the door's open.
They call you.
No.
Brianna, they call you.
What? Hi, Miss Brianna.
Hey, Brianna.
Or maybe she's just a good girl.
Some things have come up, and I would want to know if you'd like the chance or the opportunity to speak with us on it.
Why is she in her room?
Okay, would you mind going to our station, just sit down and
My
have a
room.
conversation where it's a little more...
Yeah, we ask them.
You'll go? Okay.
Just want to share some things out. So
Yeah.
we'll give you a ride and then we'll bring you right back.
You don't have any knives or anything on you? Okay,
We ain't
do you mind if I
coming
just password you just really quick, just to make sure you don't have anything on you? No, you're good. Okay.
Brianna doesn't ask a single question and simply steps into the back of the cruiser. A strangely calm reaction considering she's been out of sight for months. But things are about to get even stranger once officers call Manny to come out.
One more time.
One more time, huh? One more
How's it
time.
going?
Hey.
Good, good. You mind coming and talking with us and deal with that? Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay.
We're right over here.
Every time I see him wear stuff, I just wish he didn't.
Where
Where the f do you even find that? God damn, this mom always got the worst clothes.
down to make sure you don't have anything. Okay.
Every time I see him.
All right. I appreciate it, okay?
Thank you. We'll be back.
Manny's reaction is just as baffling as Brianna's. He also agrees to come along without asking a single question. An odd level of cooperation for a couple who's avoided police for nearly 2 months. The pair is quickly transported to the station. Upon arrival, they're separated immediately. Detective Amanda Keller leads both interrogations.
Okay, Amanda.
Investigators need to determine which one of the two is responsible or whether they both played a role. If they can't sort that out, prosecutors may never be able to prove who actually killed the child, and both Brianna and Manny could walk away without a single murder charge.
No way.
For the killer couple, everything is on the line as well. If one of them slips up, they risk a life sentence. But if they both stick to the same story, there's a chance they get nothing more than tampering charges or even walk out completely free
How?
for the second time.
That doesn't make sense. If you stick to the same story, you still have the autopsy. How'd that shit happen? Someone got to get charged with something. There's no way.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Where vibe coding meets dragon.
Hey, Miss Brianna. Did you get some water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's been a while. So again, my name's Amanda Keller. This is Edward Aranda. So we're here today to, like we said out there, basically this investigation is coming to an end. And we just had additional questions for you. How did that night start off?
Well, okay. I was tired, and after I gave birth and all that, I got depression pills. So I would take those. And when that time happened, I took that and I took allergy pills. So whenever that happened, okay, because the whole car.
Amanda, smack Brianna one time.
I know I said that, but the actual thing was we were in the bed and I slept over.
So you woke up, baby was cold, you started doing CPR. What about Manny? What is Manny doing?
Yeah, I mean, I tried doing it myself, but then he freaked out, like, oh shit, like, what's happening?
Okay, and then what did you decide to do?
I just put a plastic bag and everything, and
I guess I'm just confused as to why y'all would say that you were living in the vehicle.
we were just standing, like, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I was just freaked out.
Got you.
That's why.
Brianna still clings to the claim that her daughter's death was accidental, and through it all, she continues defending Manny, insisting he had nothing to do with it.
Dude,
What Brianna doesn't know is that police already have an autopsy that directly contradicts her explanation of what happened that night, and the detective is about to use it to completely dismantle her story.
No, get down.
So she did test positive for... Do you know why that would be?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you use... Does Manny use... Has he used...
He hasn't used it whenever he got together or anything that I never know.
Right.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure out why are these lab results telling us this? We know you know. Did he use often? It's a
Dude,
very...
why is she trying to protect this guy? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. If she's under duress, or like maybe she just like she got that Stockholm, you know what I mean? Because that's real stuff, dude. Maybe, but at the same time, I need both of them to be locked up. I don't care.
Addicting drug.
It is.
Does he still use? No. Well, that's good.
No, he changed to weed to make him like, you know, not withdrawal.
Yeah.
Like him to choose.
That's good. How long did he use for?
Buying weed and drugs while you live in a trailer is insanely. Your priorities are f***ed up.
You don't know?
I know we have someone watching right now, smoking or drinking, doing that bad. Listen, your life passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Stop doing that. Get some money.
Like some months? Is that some years?
Brianna's hesitation to admit Manny's drug use only confirms what detectives already suspect. She's hiding the truth, and she seems far more focused on protecting Manny than revealing what happened to her own daughter.
Crazy.
But Brianna's denials are about
So
to
dumb.
end, because detectives still have more gruesome details from the autopsy, things only a truly evil parent could do.
So when we review the autopsy, there were also some injuries to her bones, and one was before she had passed. Do you know why she would have injuries to her or
Jesus.
to her leg? Did you ever leave her with anybody? So it was primarily either you or Manny around her at all times.
Did you really fall asleep on Kalani?
Yeah.
And that's what killed her?
Stop
Were you guys
lying.
arguing and he may have taken it out on Kalani, or was she upset?
She's gonna break. I feel it.
I just feel like he didn't like crying all the time.
This was just one time?
I feel like it's all the time.
All the time? But when you hurt her, was this just one time or was this all the time?
It was just once.
Once.
He would never, like, ever just that time.
So he just lost his cool. He seems like a real mellow guy.
Yeah.
It's not that, I just feel like when he went to the military, I feel like it changed him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that can happen. And if you don't get help for it, it just kind of backs up.
I was like that once too. Then I got help because I was always trying to kill him.
Yeah.
For the first time, Brianna isn't blaming herself. She's hinting that Manny may have played a role in the child's death. It is at this point, detectives decide to pause the interrogation and give her a short break, worried that she might shut down completely if they push any harder. But when they return to the room, something has changed. Brianna can't hide the truth any longer. She's about to break and finally reveal what happened to her daughter that fateful night.
Oh no.
Do you really think he's going to be honest, or do you think he's going to put it on you?
I'm not really sure if he'll be like, you did it, not me.
That's why we're
It's
giving you.
fine if he it's fine if he blames me.
Why is that fine?
That shouldn't be fine.
You think that's right?
No.
Why?
In like a real f***ed up sick way, like I kind of feel bad for her. Obviously what she did is f***ed up, but like dude, I feel like this guy has a crazy grip on her, and it's just scary to see like someone, like another human being has that much hold of you. You're less caring about your kid and you and more worried about protecting him is insane.
You say earlier if
Like it's
you
very
felt like
scary.
if you had met somebody else that
Because now
Charlie, Charlie, come
Why
here.
is that?
Oh, pretty baby. Oh, please.
I don't know, I just feel like he's different, like, ever since he went to the military.
Sweet boy, boy.
It's okay, bro.
It's not your fault.
Girl, good girl.
It's not your fault.
How do you want to
Do what?
say no?
Charlie?
I get it. You don't have to. You know that, right? You don't have to go back there.
You don't feel trapped.
You don't have to go back there.
Why do you blame yourself?
Poor girl, dude.
Because I have nowhere else to go.
You can find somewhere for you to go. You know your family loves you. I know that you fight.
sure they do.
They do.
I'm sure.
They do. Even still, they still take up for you. They still ask about you if we've heard from you. They love you. They do. Regardless of what's happened.
Not my Aunt Ruby. All my life, I've lived with her. She would give it to me.
Brianna, this is the first
Jeez,
step.
bro.
This is.
This is.
This is.
I should miss me.
But it's okay, but you're doing it now. That's the point, you're doing it
Yeah, now it's late. When it should have happened.
But it's not too late, right? It's not too late.
Do you feel safe, Brianna? Is what we're getting at. Do you want our help? Do you want us to give you a little bit of time to think real quick?
We'll find you a Coke.
Try to find you something.
We'll find you a Coke. I'm like, let me get some ribs, maybe a steak, some shrimp scampi. Let me think. Can I get some cookies too? My fault.
I feel safe. I just, like I said, I don't know what he's gonna
How he's gonna react.
Like, yeah. If he asks him stuff like this.
Brianna's lies are unraveling before her eyes. She says the military changed Manny, insisting that if it weren't for him, her daughter would still.
One thing that's unfortunate about victims is that they think everything is their fault. In this case, it's half her responsibility, but also the boyfriend's too. I want to know, what did he do to make her take all the blame? Dude, I mean, I'm telling you, I think she got like Stockholm, you know what I mean? Like, it's scary. I feel bad for her. At the same time, what she did was up, obviously, right? Like, but also, like, this dude has a crazy grip on her to the point where it's very scary to think about, bro. Like, it's really, I hope none of y'all feeling like that. Protect yourself. I don't got nothing inspirational for that, bro. I'm gonna be honest, but like, I don't know.
As she breaks down, even the detectives grow emotional. With Brianna's side of the story now revealed, detectives wrap up the interview and move her into another room, ready to question the person they believe is the real killer. This time, their strategy is different. They plan to confront him with evidence almost immediately and see.
Kenshi, the longer people are in, the harder it is to get out and know what's right. Yeah, I mean, obviously, bro, it was a red flag when she started cutting off family, right? That's usually what like people do to try to get control. They'll try to cut off your friends, your family, so now they are the only point of contact and reference for whatever it gets controlling to the point where you can't go nowhere. You can only rely on them. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, I think like 2 videos ago when I was talking about like, oh, it's cool to have like a provider or whatever but until like they like cut everything off, and now it's like, now they're using it to like as leverage, you know what I mean? Or it doesn't come from a genuine place. It's like, you're mine, you're not going nowhere, and that's like part.
Whether his version of events aligns with Brianna's, but after avoiding consequences for more than a year, Manny still believes he can talk his way out of trouble. And the worst part is, he might be right.
No way.
Just keep in mind, the head bolts in there with just everyone you want.
What kind of medication did you take that night?
I didn't take medication. I took pills.
So what does that normally do to you? How does that affect your body?
It knocks me out.
It does what, I'm sorry?
It knocks me out.
Knocks you out? Like, just makes you tired?
Just puts me to sleep, just out cold.
Okay. Okay, so even in that time, right, she can't hold her head up, right? She can't crawl. So she's very dependent on somebody, right? To hold her, to move her, right? She can't just put something in her mouth or however. Okay, so how would she have... So who else could have been around her and smoked it or somehow...
No goodness.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Do you see how we're kind of... If you're it, how did the baby get a hold of it?
That's what I don't understand either.
Manny's admission to taking the drugs only further confirms detectives' suspicions. At this point, he is their primary focus, and investigators believe he's the one responsible for their daughter's death. So they stop circling around the topic and decide to fully accuse Manny of murder to see if they can break his story and elicit a confession.
Hit him with the power rape.
This is your knee, essentially, right? And right here was injured. Do you see that? It's more of a, this is like an actual, this is more of like a
diagram.
Yeah, like here's your, right? And then it's right here on the corner with that finger. Do you know why she would have had injury right there?
It's sick. The only thing that I would know, the only thing that worried me was her probably being, because whenever we did do the CPR, that's what only caused the injuries that I would know. Like,
nobody ever yanked her leg or nothing like that.
No, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Manuel, I'm gonna be honest with you. We know what happened. Like, the facts don't lie on the autopsy report. Okay. We know that the injuries occurred before death. Alright, so that CPR doesn't play a fact. Okay. So medical examiners have a way of proving injuries before death because the bone will actually start to try to heal almost immediately. Does that make sense? You're still getting blood flow and all that kind of stuff. I don't know the science behind it, but based off what happened, the injuries were prior to death, meaning she was still alive when the injuries occurred. All injuries. Does that make sense?
As detectives continue laying out the evidence against him, Manny sits stone-faced. This is the moment where everything hangs in the balance. With all cards on the table and murder accusations in front of him, Manny could shut down the entire interrogation, ask for a lawyer, and refuse to answer another question. What happens next will determine not only his fate, but Brianna's as well.
Just tell us, man. I already know.
She was being fussy, and I got upset, and I got by her leg and yanked her, and she wouldn't stop crying, so I sat on top of her.
Jesus, what the?
How long did you sit on top of her?
Not long. Maybe like a minute. Maybe that's a little bit of time to run.
Until what?
She stopped crying. And then that's it.
That's
When did
disgusting, bro. Babies cry. It's a fucking baby.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now. Anything.
This dude's mental.
Whenever I got her, she stopped crying, so I thought she was like, oh, well. I checked her, and she wasn't breathing.
Okay. And then what?
And that's when we started doing CPR.
Okay. Were you panicking? Didn't know what happened? Why didn't y'all call 911?
That wasn't my call. Brianna wanted to call you, but I told her not to.
Wow.
Just freaked out and just were scared.
Wow.
What was Brianna doing when everything was happening?
I think she was in the kitchen. I don't know. And she came in.
Dude, he murdered them. This is crazy.
I told her, I was like, he's not breathing. You gotta get CPR.
Did she see what happened? She didn't see it. There's no way for her stopping you or nothing like that.
So that makes it even worse, bro. So he just, oh my god, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't put like all the blame on her, dude. Like, this is crazy.
Temper?
This guy's
just
evil.
The constant crying just kind of got to you, or just a split second, just kind of lost it?
Manny finally admits he snapped and killed Brianna's daughter in a moment of rage.
Jesus.
Following his confession, both suspects are taken into custody. Manny on charges of child resulting in death, and Brianna for tampering with evidence and helping bury the body.
Damn, she looked different with her glasses.
But despite a murder confession, Both Brianna and Manny will ultimately walk out of jail. As of September 2025,
Wait, what?
both have been released on bond while awaiting trial. They are, right now, free, unrestricted, unsupervised, and able to disappear at any moment. Manny is likely facing a life sentence if convicted. Brianna, for her role in hiding the body, is expected to receive a significantly shorter term, but that's only if they show up to court.
Oh my
With
God.
Manny's family ties in Mexico and both suspects currently out in the
Yo,
world,
what are they doing over there?
there is always a chance they could vanish again, this time for good.
Well, everything is alleged. Don't sue me.
What the? No, this is crazy. It's cases like these that make you wonder how many deranged psychopath killers will walk by every day. Hearing the aunt say, "I could have raised her," broke my heart, dude. Yeah, this was very heartbreaking. This is fucking insane, chat.
Boyfriend realizes police found his little dirty secret.
Hi, YouTube.
Truly sorry for what I have done. I'm very sorry. I just want you to know, if you allow me a second chance, please, thank you.
This is
What the
year-old
fuck?
Adam Bird,
Look at his face.
realizing the police know his terrifying secret and have all the evidence to prove it.
Where's my baby? That's the last time this girl is. That's my baby. She's dead.
Where's my baby?
And while Adam appears devastated, it's nothing more than an act. A way to distance himself from a horrifying crime that ultimately ended 3 lives.
She's got a bag. I think this is her husband.
Tell me it's not Jade.
Yes, it is. And that's why I need to talk to her.
Die?
She was murdered. You keep giving details, and I'm trying my best.
Let's hold down before he tase you. My fault. Hi, YouTube. Make sure. Everything's alleged. Oh.
It's around 6:30 a.m. on an early Thursday morning in San Antonio when a patrol officer driving his usual route makes a horrifying discovery. A young woman lying motionless in the middle of the road.
Jesus.
He steps out of his vehicle and immediately calls for backup. And within minutes, additional units begin arriving at the scene.
Shot fire came out about 2:30 last night. It was over off of Crowler and what's it called?
We got
My fault. I'm just trying to add to the ambiance.
showcase these.
Insane.
Hello. Hello.
She won't step on nothing.
Hello, Tony.
She wrote on her
Hello,
phone.
baby.
She's got a bag. I think this is her husband.
Lay down, baby.
So
Lay down.
she's moving out.
Good girl.
This house?
No.
The victim is identified as 22-year-old Jade Alvarez. She's been shot multiple times in the body and once in the head. There's no sign of a suspect or a weapon, but officers find a suitcase filled with clothes nearby. They head to the house where Jade was found in front of.
I already have a thing. She was leaving the boyfriend. The boyfriend got upset. That's why there's so many shots, because it's emotional. Because usually it'd just be like, Hanga Shmika, and then they run. That was a lot.
Hoping to find someone who might have seen or heard what happened, or even the killer himself.
Escuché un ruido, pero.
¿Cómo a qué horas?
Yo creo como las 1:30.
¿La 1:30?
Sí.
This didn't make sense. If Jade was killed around 1:30 a.m., it means she laid in the middle of the road for over 5 hours unnoticed before police found her.
We don't got Ring cameras?
The woman can't offer much else, but she does recognize Jade, saying she'd seen her before, often walking through the neighborhood with her 3-year-old son.
Maybe he dumped the body.
Jade was a young mother. She adored her son and was preparing to start college, determined to build a better future for them both. But tragically, she never got the chance. For the moment, officers continue their investigation, and it doesn't take long for them to come up with a theory as to why no one reported a woman lying in the middle of the road.
So I think this is a bitter breakup.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Is that all her?
Yep. Well, stuff she's leaving. I guess he didn't like it.
Yeah, so I see any disturbances, but I didn't see anything in the 2-4. Yeah, nothing. No alarm.
And it was raining. This is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Police conclude that the heavy rain that night kept people indoors, which is why no one noticed Jade. But as the sun begins to rise and the investigation unfolds, detectives finally piece together a scenario of what likely happened that night and make a chilling discovery. Jade was pregnant.
John was probably, she's getting out of the car and bam, hits her. She gets out. She's humps over. Boom, boom. She gets out, grabs the luggage, throws it. Look behind her. Boom, boom. On the back of the head.
And she looked like a C-section, so she might have been pregnant. It's okay.
Yeah.
Along with being the mother of a 3-year-old at the time of her death, Jade appears to have been in the late stages of pregnancy.
Late
Officers
stages?
now realize whoever did this must be someone truly twisted. They took the life of a mother
So, like,
and
they would,
her
it's not
unborn
like
child.
early stages
Near
where you
Jade's
don't
body,
even
they
know
find
that
a
she's
phone.
pregnant. Late
Like, can't you get
stages,
charged
like
for
that's
that?
obvious.
Like extra, because you just that's up.
Sent to forensics to be unlocked in hopes of finding recent messages or anything that might point to her killer. But what they would later discover is that the phone doesn't belong to Jade at all. It belongs to the last person they'd expect, the killer himself.
What?
For now, detectives turn their attention to learning more about Jade, and that's when they find body cam footage from 2 weeks earlier taken during a welfare check. At the
Yes, because he basically killed 2 people. Yeah, it has to be.
time, Jade had just been kicked out of her parents' house. Concerned about her mental state, her grandmother requested a welfare check at the home of a friend where she was staying. That body cam footage would inevitably lead detectives to the main suspect in Jade's murder.
Hey, I'm sorry, my name is Roger. So obviously the officer explained that I think it was grandma maybe that called. She was just concerned about maybe some things that you had said. And so we just want to swing by and see if there's any way that we can help you out. If, those sorts of good things.
No, I don't feel at all. They do tend to make up a lot of things, and they would say anything like that. But I mean, as you can see, the only marks that I have right here is from my dad choking me to the floor.
Oh my
God!
God.
And he said I scratched him, but if you can see my hands, I bite my nails to the nubs. So how am I gonna scratch something?
When did that happen?
Oh, that was on Friday when I got arrested.
Oh my gosh, you got.
If your hair looks like this, and this, you're probably using the wrong routine. You need a wavy hair routine, not a curly hair routine. I was doing a curly routine.
Arrested? I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
But it's okay.
The person who housed Jade after she was kicked out was Julia Castillo, a close friend of hers. Investigators know they have to speak with her. She might know who wanted Jade dead and why. But before they can do that, they finish processing the crime scene. They collect the evidence, Jade's body, her belongings, and bullet casings, all of which are sent to forensics. The next day, they return to the crime scene to speak with more residents of the neighborhood. That's when they come across someone who was staying in a nearby house the night of the murder. What he claims to have witnessed gives detectives their first solid lead in the case.
This and his 3 curls on his forehead.
Appreciate it, man. I'm Chad. Nice to meet you.
I'm jealous as my curls don't do that.
We found her right there on the 1,000.
Shit just stick straight up. I got a little buff afro puff. Hating.
Block of Capitol on Thursday, the 6th. Did you see anyone drive up to? There's some houses over there.
Yeah, there was an SUV that pulled up in front of the house.
What kind of SUV?
I don't know if it was like a Durango or like a Jeep, but it was like an SUV, one of those two.
Damn, they couldn't blur his face. Like, what if he's in danger?
So then I saw like a woman get off, and she had like a suitcase or something.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I didn't think nothing of it. I thought she was just getting dropped off there.
Did you see that car? Did they drive off?
Yeah, they drove off.
Okay.
They were there for like 10 minutes, and then they drove off.
Okay. No, that's it. I appreciate you talking with me. I'll turn that conclusion to a statement.
The driver of that SUV could be the last person to see Jade alive, or even the killer himself. Fortunately, someone detectives already planned to speak to turns out to be the owner of a black SUV matching the witness's description, Julia Castillo, the friend whose house Jade had been staying at just weeks earlier. This means Julia was likely the last person to see Jade alive and may know who Jade met up with after she dropped her off. Detectives reach out to Julia, hoping she can point them to a suspect, but the conversation doesn't go as expected.
That's why it's so urgent that I need to speak with you.
I cannot right now. You're really throwing me off. What is this about?
It's what I just said. It's a murder investigation, and I need to speak with you about it.
If you need to talk to me, you can contact my attorney.
What? Your friend?
Well, Julie, I need to talk to you.
Okay, my attorney's number is...
Oh, this...
I talked to him, and he said if you want to talk to me, you can talk to him.
You've talked to your attorney?
I mean, he told me to not talk to anybody ever. He told me I'm not talking to the detective about anything.
Okay, I'll try again another time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Julia immediately sounds panicked and tells detectives she won't speak without an attorney.
Yeah,
and
something's
although
off
she
there.
hadn't been a suspect before, she has now inadvertently made herself one. But detectives can't afford to waste time.
What if that's like her brother or something? Allegedly, I don't know. I'm trying to be a
The
detective.
further they wait, the further Jade's killer gets from them. So they reach out to Julia's mother, Alice Castillo, hoping she can convince her daughter to cooperate. Alice had let Jade stay at her house, but she kicked her out after Jade brought a man over. And unbeknownst to the police, Alice would give the detectives their first real lead, a man who could be responsible for Jade's murder.
What can I help?
A bottle of Baccarat in his hand. What was he holding? The fuck is that? I ain't never seen that before. He got some perfume in his hand.
Sorry to scare you. I tried to talk to...
What can I help you with? It's stressing me out.
Okay, well, I called your daughter. I'm trying to talk to her.
Okay.
Okay,
She already told you to talk to her attorney, right?
Okay, can I talk to you?
What do you need?
Okay, I'm investigating a homicide involving a person that stayed here.
Tell me it's not Jade.
Yes, it is, and that's why I need to talk to her.
Died?
She was murdered.
Oh, yeah, all that attitude. Oh, I like this detective too, because he's ramping it up. Man, what's up with all the attitude? God damn. He's trying to be a hero, bro. He's trying to solve this motherfucking case. I got mad attitude. I see where she gets it from.
Is it making sense right now? I'm Detective Tudor.
Alice,
and I am sorry to talk to you this way, but I need to figure out...
Does grandma know? Everybody know?
Yes.
Why isn't it on TV or nothing? What's happening?
Because no one knows about it. It didn't make the news. It was pouring down rain.
My Lord from heaven, why did I have to ask her to leave? She stayed here for about a month. She brought a man over and I told her, you cannot bring no man over here.
Who is this man?
Some guy, I don't know who he was, but when I walked
Did they seem like they were like dating or like this?
When I walked into the room, they were sitting down on the sofa and they weren't doing anything. But still, that's not acceptable. She knows she cannot bring nobody to my house. She brought the man in here and I said, that's it, Jade, you gotta go. She called me and asked me if she could come back and that she was sorry. I said, I have a child in the house. And so that was it. When she left 2 weeks ago, she left with that guy.
This guy was... You believed him to be homeless?
She knew that guy.
She knew him, but you took it as like, this guy's homeless?
He looked horrific. They both looked horrific that day when I go.
When Monday is Mondaying, a Talkspace therapist is just a message away. When drama piles up by midweek, take a mental health break.
Was she like, what was she doing?
I think she was like doing like
Yeah, I know friends usually know more about, and that's why I was like, I want to talk to you, but I want to talk to you in person because I don't like telling people over the phone.
Oh, yes.
Hey, your friend is deceased,
dude,
you know?
It could be my fault she's dead. I didn't let her come back.
If she was staying with some dude, so we just gotta find out who that dude is. 2 weeks ago, she was with this guy. 2 weeks ago, so she left 2 weeks ago. She kicked her out. We gotta find out when she last talked to her, because she called her back saying, can I come back?
Chat, I'm curious. If you die, can't the detectives just like check your phone records, or is that like they don't do that? Because like if I die, I feel like they better check my phone records to see who the was calling. You know what I mean? Like see who the last person, because I feel like all the answers would be there too. They do that? Oh, they do? Now I'm a little worried, because do they go through my photos? They gonna see a picture of my ass cheeks. I don't know what to do with that.
Was he white, black, Hispanic?
I got a video of me just clapping it.
Hispanic.
Hispanic? Tall like me?
Tall like you.
Taller?
Tall like, that's about your height.
Okay.
Skinny.
How old do you think this guy is?
Just like 22, 20.
Like young?
Young, 23.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Detectives need to know the identity of the man that left with Jade that day.
Damn, they couldn't give the detective a better car? Driving around in a Prius.
Luckily for them,
if they see the suspect, what they gonna do? They can't chase him in that little weak-ass Prius. What the
and now forensics have cracked the phone found at the scene. But what they discover is that the phone doesn't belong to Jade at all. It belongs to the killer who, in the rush to escape the scene, made a critical mistake and left it behind.
Dummy.
Adam Bird.
God damn. He look like a bird, don't he?
A 23-year-old man with a lengthy criminal history.
And a lengthy nose. Look like a motherfucking sea sturgeon.
His background stretches back to at least 2018, with charges including evading arrest, drug possession, assault, discharging a firearm in a populated area, and making terroristic threats. Detectives finally have a name and a face. So after leaving Alice's house, they return to the crime scene. And
I feel like he got a wider POV or FOV, like his, never mind. About eyes like me.
Through neighbors in the area, they learned that Adam had been seen multiple times at a nearby home. They move quickly to check the location, but unfortunately, Adam isn't there. Instead, they find someone else living there. And what he reveals about the weapon becomes the missing piece to the puzzle, and the reason detectives are finally able to bring Adam into the interrogation room.
Have you ever seen this guy over here?
Yeah, his name's Adam.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you known him?
About maybe like a year or so, year and a half.
Man, that shirt is too f***ing tight. I know we detectives right now, you two, I'm sorry, but god damn.
So I be working out there and...
Don't raise your hand, sir. Your belly coming. God damn it.
He be walking. And then we just started talking about, He was actually here at the house. We were back there. I was making a bike for him. And then, but then he took off, and because he was gonna meet, he met his girlfriend here.
Do you remember seeing, like, did they go, where did they go? Like,
they were actually, the car stopped right there.
Raising your hand.
She got dropped off?
Yeah.
Do you know the girl?
She's been here a few times.
Do you remember her name?
Jade? Jade or
okay.
Jade, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever see them arguing or anything, or?
I mean, Adam's got a pretty, like, aggressive behavior. Like, when he gets mad, like here with me, he's never really done anything. Like,
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever seen him with a gun? Has he ever shown you a gun?
Oh.
That's gun. I don't know.
Did he show you a gun that night?
I believe he had I think it was like a 9 with a green laser.
Oh.
Green laser?
Yeah.
Do you remember how he was carrying it?
Like you would have it on the side like that. Yeah, it was a Glock 9 with a green laser and a flashlight on it.
What color is the gun?
Black, all black.
Black?
Yeah. It was it had a little of the light on it, and you would turn on the laser and it was a green laser. Yeah, I saw the one with the expanded clips.
He had an extended magazine.
Damn. It was.
Did you see it?
What do you need that for?
When he was here?
I didn't see it that night, but I seen it before. But I'm pretty sure he does, because I mean, he always carried it.
Okay.
Because I mean, he's got a lot of enemies. Because he's like, I guess like the homeless bully. I would say.
I really appreciate.
What is he doing?
I know we
Debo on the block. Get all ass out of here.
This concludes my interview.
Detectives need to find Adam fast. He's armed and short-tempered, which
I bet his wrist turning green with that little watch.
Makes him unpredictable and dangerous. Most importantly, he's their only suspect in Jade's murder. Forensics confirmed that the gun described by the neighbor is the same weapon used to kill Jade Alvarez. But it turns out, this wasn't the only crime that gun was connected to. A few weeks earlier, a neighborhood store had been robbed twice.
A neighborhood store? This motherfucker not even robbing banks? Motherfucker 7-Eleven, what you gonna get? A Starburst and $3? I never understood dumbasses that rob gas stations.
CCTV footage from the store, the suspect matching Adam's build, carrying the same gun. So detectives come up with a plan. Arrest Adam on the robbery warrants already in place, then use his custody as a chance to question him about Jade's murder.
Ooh, 0 days after Jade.
Over the next few days, detectives canvass the neighborhood, talking to anyone who knows Adam, hoping to pinpoint his location. By now, he could be anywhere. He's had nearly a week to disappear. But to their surprise, he's been hiding much closer to home than anyone expected.
Right around the
Just
corner.
as planned, 6 days after Jade's murder, they finally find him in an abandoned house, just a few streets from the crime scene. He's arrested without incident and brought to the station to be questioned. His interrogation begins, and they're careful not to mention Jade's murder just yet.
This motherfucker gonna steal an iron,
but Adam already
wrinkly ass shirt.
He senses where this is going, and he starts distancing himself from Jade's death.
Alright, I'm Detective Nabono. And before we get started, obviously, you're not free to leave. You're in the handcuffs, so I have to read you your rights before I talk to you or do anything like that, alright? Okay. It's my job to find things out, right? You just told me that you're homeless. You just told me, like, to take all your belongings, your bag, to Ridgewood Court, like, as a favor. Like, that's a big thing to you, because are all the things you own in that little bag?
The only other articles of clothing I own.
So you're just a guy in a tough time right now, basically. Are you familiar with that corner store, the Stripes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just say right now, man, that nobody got hurt. That's a blessing, right? You're still here, ready to go another day. So how often do you go to that Stripes?
Oh man, multiple times a day sometimes. Buy a few things, sometimes they'd even look out for me.
They'd even look out and give you free stuff.
And then he still robbed him?
So then why freak him out, man?
He's sick.
Why scare him? You have clear video, so I'm just gonna show it to you, okay? Is that you? Yeah. Okay. It's phone number 2.
His mom got him in 4K.
Looks like right whenever I was walking in.
Right as you were walking in.
Why would he walk in unmasked? You're supposed to, whatever.
You already identified. I'm just offering you the opportunity to tell me how you felt, what was going through your mind. So what happened after?
What do you mean what happened?
After you walked in?
Well, once I did a beer run. Once I just told him I needed everything.
And what'd you have with you?
Believe it or not, it was one of those fake Glocks, like the BB pistol ones.
How much money did they give you?
$100-something.
Not much. So this gun isn't real?
No.
And it's not a real gun?
No.
Okay. All right. How are you doing now? Do you feel a little bit more clarity?
Yes.
A little bit more better?
How the f he homeless poor, but he can afford a gun? This is some bull.
The detective takes a calm, almost sympathetic tone, pretending to understand Adam's situation and downplay his crimes, making him feel comfortable. When questioned about the robbery, Adam immediately insists the weapon was fake, perhaps hoping for a lighter sentence, or perhaps because he doesn't want it linked to the murder he committed weeks later. So after the break, the lead detective on Jade's case walks in, ready to confront Adam with what they've known all along, that he's the one who killed her.
Yeah, so I got one more picture to show you, if that's all right with you. But before I do, I know you had mentioned, like, you wanted about the attorney and all that. I just want to make sure it's okay for me to show you this picture if you want to see it. You're fine?
Is this another one from the store?
No, so the other thing is, I'm going to interject then. I want to speak with you, but it's about something totally unrelated to this.
I'm really not.
It's a murder investigation. Do I have your interest, or are you willing to talk to me or not?
Yeah, man, by all means.
Okay. Well, I was going to show you a photo.
I don't want to see no photos.
It's not murder photos. I'm just going to show you a picture. Do you recognize this person?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
This is the moment Adam realizes there's no escaping what he's done.
Never. She stays on, like, Hollywood, West Hollywood. She's not dead, okay? What about this girl?
Oh.
She had some butterflies or something right there, and
I just started talking with her.
Okay, who is that person?
Jade.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started talking with her. They're friends, right? They're friends?
Mm-hmm. Did you guys, is it safe to say you guys were, like, intimate or like?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna show you like a video it's from February.
From February?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so whose house is this?
This is my friend.
Oh, friend. Okay, so you don't like live here full time. You just had to come here because.
This is really like I just got out of jail. She's like, hey, you can stay here. I said I don't know where I'm going. Probably have to sleep at even from home.
The detective shows Adam the body cam footage of Jade from a few weeks earlier when they were doing a welfare check on her.
Welcome to Strike Gently. We've got blankets, enamel pins, patches, and stickers. Our blankets are 100% woven, not printed, and they're made.
Move. By showing him a video of when Jade was alive, he hopes to trigger guilt and force Adam to confront the weight of what he's done. And, as expected, Adam begins to fall apart. Pressure.
My best friend is just right here. Even if it's on floor, I'm gonna make it.
It feels like your life has been like turned upside down.
Oh, he's freaking out, bro.
And my 3-year-old son's there.
Oh my god.
And like, so you know what's
This my poker face is terrible though. God damn. This motherfucker not even trying to hide it, yo. Throw him in his cell. That motherfucker did it for sure.
like, it's nothing, like, but he's doing this for how long he has. He doesn't have a dad. He's incarcerated. Just got locked up. I thought I was gonna do time, but thank God I didn't. So I'm just thanking God. You know, I love life right now. So I'm out,
He's so
you know?
ugly. Why is he looking like that?
You hear that?
Look what
she
you
loves
did.
life. She's got a kid. Listen. Look at me.
Where's my baby?
Listen. That's the last
What do you
time
mean,
this
where's
girl-
my baby? What the
my
fuck are you
baby?
talking about?
Who?
She at?
Look at me.
Look at me.
No, I told you what I'm here for.
Why is she? Oh my god.
Where is she?
She's dead.
He looks so ugly.
And I need to know what
Shut
happened.
the fuck up.
How long ago?
You tell me, motherfucker. Oh my god.
How long ago?
Recent. Real recent.
God. Whenever I first met her, she said, "Oh man, that people were always mad at her, saying that she's a setup chick."
Like she'll pull like
not like
licks on people.
Yeah.
Like Raul.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, that's why I was always so quick to be able to leave. I always just left. You know, just in case, because I didn't want that to happen to me. Like I thought she was cool.
What Adam claims here is actually credible. When forensics were going through Jade's suitcase, they found the ID of another man. Detectives tracked him down, and he explained that weeks earlier, Jade had allegedly drugged him at a hotel and stolen
my
$800 along with
Holy
his wallet,
shit.
social security card, and ID.
Damn.
He uses this to spin his story, suggesting that someone Jade had robbed must have been angry enough to kill her in retaliation. Detectives don't buy that, but they don't challenge it either. Instead, they steer the conversation back to the murder. They have enough concrete evidence that points straight back to Adam being where Jade was murdered that night, and they're about to confront him with it.
When officers arrested you tonight, did you have a phone?
Today? Yeah.
How long have you had that phone?
A couple days ago, because like I lost my other one.
What happened to it?
I don't know, along with my wallet.
You lost that in your wallet?
Yeah.
Well, we found it for you, buddy.
I want to show you one more video.
We found it for you.
Please, I don't.
I'm not showing you anything gruesome, but it's a video that I want to show you. Okay. You remember her?
Hello, Alice. This is Jade. I'm truly sorry for what I have done to disrupt the peace in your home.
Oh, look at his
mean that
face.
From the bottom of my heart, I'm very sorry. I just want you to know, if you give me a second chance, that will never happen again. You have my word. I also have the rent money when it's due. If you allow me the second chance, please, I'm begging you.
Just listen to what she says.
Can't even look at him, bro.
Okay, I'll let you put. Okay, I'll get my things and move around. I'm very sorry at making you feel this way. You did. I didn't mean to. I just thought since Julia had her BFF boyfriend over that I could too, and was her boyfriend cousin. and all we did was smoke. But I'm completely understanding that your house, your rules. I am truly sorry for stepping over boundaries. I just wanted to say thank you for taking care of me for the.
So she's texting that lady after she basically got kicked out of the house. Okay. You alright? I'm trying to figure out
Dude's
what
losing it.
happened to Jade.
Oh, I'd always leave.
You'd always leave.
Yeah.
When did you see her last? Do you know what date it is right now?
No, I don't.
It's the 12th. Tomorrow's 1 week. 1 week, look at me. Since we found Jade.
Seeing how strongly Adam reacts to the first video of Jade, the detective shows Adam.
That mom. The fact that he tried to play that off though immediately after, like, where is she? Bitch.
Strongly reacts to the first video of Jade, the detective shows Adam another one. This time of Julia's mother reading a message Jade sent her after being kicked out of their home. It's a deliberate move, carefully layering guilt and grief until Adam has nowhere left to hide. At this point, the detective has Adam right where he wants him, emotionally shaken and vulnerable. And just moments later, all of his careful planning and strategy would play out exactly as he intended.
Is he gonna confess?
I did it. I did it.
You did what? Look at me.
Hi, it's Mark Barden from Sandy Hook Promise. The shooter who murdered my sweet little...
This is it. Talk to me.
With that same gun that you see me in the photo with the robbery?
Okay.
That's the gun that killed Jay.
Oh.
I did it.
Why? Look at me, dude.
Can I go to jail now?
Listen.
Please.
Let's keep talking.
Oh my God.
No.
Jade, listen, look at me. Jade's...
Yo, guilt ate him up immediately. He said,
no.
And you are gonna go, and it's gonna eat you alive. You need to talk to me why this happened. You didn't just lose your phone. You know what happened? You left your phone. It dropped. It's at the scene. Did she try to pull something on you? What happened? You know this. You know this. Look at me.
She tried to set me up, man, because look.
What did she do? I know that Jade wasn't sane. I know that she was setting people up. What did she do? Dude, look at me, dude. You've come so far.
I know, man.
It's eating you up, and it's gonna feel better. Your life is not over. How old are you?
23.
You're 23. You have a life.
Yeah, you gonna get life, buddy.
But you can't live this life holding
Yeah, this detective ain't. He gonna leave that room like, got his ass. Send that mother to prison. Got his ass. Hey, give me some. Dap me up.
On to what you know. I know you want to go to jail. But we don't need to talk about.
I'm done.
You have the answer. I wasn't there. You know what happened. Let's talk about
it, man. I don't want to talk about nothing. I'm tired.
Raise your voice, that little boy. Punch you in your chest, make your shoulders clap. What the f raising your voice at?
So, she wanted me to go looking for bars.
Okay.
I was supposed to just take off. I wanted to just take off.
Yeah.
She kept on wanting me to punch her in the stomach.
Is she pregnant?
She said she was, but...
Okay. Did you think it was yours?
Yeah, like I didn't pull out. Like I
Okay.
had sex.
So she said, punch me in the stomach.
And I didn't want to.
Right, alright, okay. And then what?
She just didn't want to have my baby, man. It was just like a crime of passion or something. It was like she wasn't trying to have my baby.
You wanted to have a kid.
Yeah.
You wanted to have.
I don't have any children, man.
Okay.
You don't have a fucking house either. You don't even have money. My all the clothes you got is on you.
Kid with her, and she
just kept on telling me to punch her in the stomach. She just kept on drinking and taking drugs.
While everything Adam claims sounds disturbing, detectives have no way of verifying whether any of it is actually true. And even if it were, nothing he says could possibly justify what he's done. More likely, he's just trying to rationalize his crimes to himself. Then Adam begins to explain in detail how the killing happened, further solidifying the case against him.
So I was walking past her, and I go like this, and it just pulls, like, instantaneously like that. And then it jams up, I take it out, I put it back in and go like that, and then it shoots again and jams up again in my pocket, in the hoodie pocket. And then I come back, and I have to run back because I didn't know if she was dead or not. I didn't want her to suffer.
Okay.
And so for sure there's 3.
Okay. When you said you ran back and you didn't want her to suffer, what did you do?
Shot her in the head. Is that enough detail?
Jesus.
I wasn't
Like a scream?
I don't remember.
You said, but you see what I'm saying? You keep giving details, and I appreciate it, but...
And I'm trying my best!
Adam, look at me.
She didn't want to have my kid, man.
Dude, you've been really honest, and I really appreciate it.
Like, man, she didn't want to have my baby, man. And then I put her...
Well, they're probably gonna do a lot of baby making in jail with you.
Is that enough?
They're gonna have a booty baby with you.
What Adam did was nothing short of horrific, killing a young mother of a 3-year-old and her unborn child. The detective knows he has to hold back his emotions and stay composed. Any reaction could shut Adam down. The goal is to get a full confession, and the more Adam talks, the stronger the case against him becomes.
What's considered a full confession? This motherfucker say, I did it. That's clear as shit.
Can I go now, please?
You said that she had a purse.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Can I please go now?
Let me work on
it. Like, please, man.
Just hang on, okay? I'm gonna go get the
Dude's tripping.
detective, alright? I wanna give you my card, okay?
I don't know why he's yelling. This is what he gets. Dude, he's probably just like super emotional right now, throwing a tantrum.
I'm gonna give you my
Like he
card.
knows he's.
Just hang on, okay?
What stands out most is Adam's reasoning. He says he killed Jade because she didn't want to keep his child. In the end, his actions took the lives of both Jade and her unborn child, leaving her 3-year-old son without a mother. Adam Bird, 23 years old, was charged with murder, 2 counts of aggravated robbery, and possession of a controlled substance. He pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 40 years in prison. Damn! A punishment Jade's family called...
Wait, only 40 years for killing? That don't... What state was this in? That don't really sound right, chat. He's 23 right now. 20 plus 40, that's 44, 5, 6, 3. That motherfucker be 63 when he get out?
A slap in the face.
I agree, bro. What the You only get that... I don't know about that one, chat. I don't know about that one. YouTube, you let me know if you think that's a fair punishment. I don't think so.
Stop letting hard water ruin your hair. I have hard water, and so for the longest...
Watch the proximity chat.
You recorded me and put me on YouTube.
I'm not recording people. People are recording me. I've been framed. Someone named Axel put you on YouTube.
Who?
Axel. Proximity is known as Axel on VR chat.
Yeah, and you're helping him.
No, I'm not. Proximity chat is one that keeps coming into my instances, and I keep banning his butt.
You're gonna stay in my jail until we clear this up.
I am not recording people. Whoever told you that was lying. He's hacked my Discord, and I stole it back from him.
Who did?
Axel, or Proximity chat.
How did this guy hack your Discord?
Because my Discord was linked in my bio, so he was able to backtrace my IP and hack my freaking phone.
Oh, that's a lie.
He literally admits to hacking my Discord in one of his videos.
What video?
Here's one of the videos he posted.
Their location and people can show up, shoot them.
Where's the part where he says he hacked your Discord?
He's literally showing clips of me.
Yeah, but where's the part of him hacking your Discord, like you said?
And most of the time, I'm with my friends.
Yeah, but where's the part of him hacking your Discord?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I wanted to talk to you about something. Yes, I may have said some things that were not true. I stand beside what I said. I do not like proximity chat. I do not like what he is doing. I do not like it because he has recorded me on 3 occasions without my consent.
Why did you lie about this guy hacking your Discord, though?
Because my friends have been in his videos more than once.
Oh, so you just lie about him then?
Basically, yes. I pulled a gun off an SRO at school because I was angry.
Wait, you stole a gun from the school security officer?
Yeah, got 3 years of probation. Me getting mad and taking a gun off an SRO is apparently illegal or whatever and grounds for expulsion. Like, what?
Do you want to be on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
I have your permission to post?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
What is your...
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
I would like to follow you.
It's called proximity chat.
Really?
Don't try it, silly fox. I know it's you, you moron. Just leave willingly. I know your voice. I know it's you, silly top fox. Just leave willingly. I know your voice.
Tell this guy to get away from me.
That is him.
Give you a raise.
I know it's him. I know his voice. He sounds like someone who works for him.
Works for who?
These two know who I'm talking about.
You'll get recorded. Thank you for your voice. Then getting reported to your chat owners. Good luck.
They're accusing you of being proximity chat. All my friends are paranoid.
Why are you lying?
I know, I've got you on stream, mate. Good luck. I post my video to my people on Discord and then know it's you getting gone.
I will say this now. I don't care if he bans me from this instance. You should die in a fire. I don't care what happens. I know who you are, silly. Don't even try me.
Wishing him death in a fire because he records people just being weird in VR chat. And it's not even his fault they're being weird. They're just being weird, bro. What the man?
I know who you are. I'm keep...
We need more proof.
Why is the little wolfman so angry?
He's pissed about the video that was out about him that, what was his name? Big Bold Berry?
Maybe an apology?
I can apologize on their behalf, but they're not going to apologize because they still believe that you're proximity chat. We keep saying about how proximity chat is such a bad guy and stuff, but I honestly I don't think he is. My VR dad was wondering why I'm a part of proximity chat through. I admitted to him that I'm a big fan of proximity chat. And now he's upset.
Oh, you're a fan.
I watched all of his videos. Yeah, and I think everybody's now upset with me because I admitted that. He just messaged me.
I think we all like proximity chat's videos, bro. The people that just don't like him are the people that are in his videos being mad weird. You know what I mean? But like, dude, everybody, like, it's fun. It's like, it's stupid. It's not like we're making fun of them. We're just watching people in their natural habitat. It's like going to a zoo, you know? But just for like, I don't know, chronically online and I don't know, mentally ill people.
Who are you? You are not my VRC daughter. Give her back her account. He thinks my account got hacked just because I said I'm a big fan of proximity chat. Just because of that, he thinks my account got hacked. Maybe I should just leave the family and be done with it.
I think we should talk to this guy.
I just sent him an invite. You seem like you have a problem with me liking proximity chat.
Because, one, he is a and he is anti-furry. You should know that, right? He is anti-furry. I don't know why you like him, because he is always filming people without their consent and making people look bad.
I don't think what you said is true.
Chat is a he was...
You got evidence?
No. He's always giving people a bad name.
We can't just...
You got evidence? No.
Stuff just because it was said.
He's always making furries bad. You know, proximity chat and his followers that brainwashed you. Your brother is worried about you. I'm worried about you.
Just because I like proximity chat, you guys are worried about me? I can't.
Proximity is a terrible person. He is a troll that should be kicked out of VR chat forever.
All right,
Proximity, oh no, don't read his bio. If you watching Proximity, I don't think you'd be watching my but just know I think you a nice person. You provide good content. I enjoy it. They probably don't like it.
This guy's profile. 36 years old. Alter human direwolf looking for some fun. Oh, and he's in a poly with 12 people. Oh, and he has VR sons too. Put this guy in a psych ward and throw away the key. So what else did your friend say?
My friend told me that proximity chat told him to die or something.
That's another lie.
It is?
Yeah, those guys are just openly lying to you.
I'm starting to think my friends are trying to lie to me so that way I stop liking proximity chat.
Oh,
My
her
brother
mind is open!
told my real life Graham that I'm friends with you, and she's not happy with me because I'm friends with you. I'll explain everything tomorrow to my Graham, let her know that there's no proof behind anything that he's saying. My Graham thinks I should quit VR chat altogether because of all the drama and stuff that happened on it.
I mean, I don't disagree. Definitely new friends.
I need to get some new friends. I just told him I make my own decisions. VR chat isn't a good place to find friends, is what I'm learning.
If you go into the comments of whatever video this is for, there might be people in there that offer to be your friend. Probably much better people.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
You know I got put on YouTube, right?
Let me guess. Proximity chat.
It's like a VR chat furry accent. I don't know what it is, dude. This is so good.
Yep.
I got some news for you.
What?
Just figured out. Well, you said you were in one of Proximity Chat's videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer not to talk about that son of a bitch. I want to rip it out.
They say.
I want to rip their fucking throat
Why are they
out.
so
If I ever run
mad?
across proximity chats in real life, I'm just gonna reach over with my bare hand and rip this goddamn throat out of the side of this goddamn neck.
Just for recording you on this game?
Yep. Why should I care anymore? There's already a group of congressmen that's already said that transgenders are terrorists anyway. That's one person that I would fucking kill. I don't give a you take even a picture without my fucking permission, I'm gonna come after you. Real fucking life. You don't just roll up on somebody and take a fucking snapshot of them. I guess when everybody puts on these fucking headsets, comes in a VR chat, oh, okay, common sense. Bye-bye! Army veteran. I've killed before.
Dude, this person is insane.
Yeah, what the
31st Halloween party here.
There's a Halloween party?
Oh, yes.
Are you going to the Halloween party?
Spleet.
Are you going as?
What do you think I'm gonna go as?
A killer?
Kid took a picture of me without my permission. Now I want him fucking dead. You got a problem with it, jackass?
Yeah, I'm not coming to the Halloween party if there's people like that here.
I wouldn't come to the party either if I were you at this point. Bad enough to know that that one person's lurking around. The one who's been recording everybody.
Pegasus, I heard that you were threatening to murder me, and here's the interesting thing. That's not gonna slide.
Well, problem is, you've got to figure out a few things. Do I have the capability? No. I'm also...
Is this supposed to be proximity chat? Yeah,
Look at this little video. Little camera.
U.S. Army veteran.
I'm also U.S. Army veteran.
I don't give.
What was your MOS?
88 months.
What's your
You
MOS?
just watched Saving Private Ryan. But here's the thing, you want to kill me so bad?
I
Let's
have
fight.
a
I'm in a
asshole
wheelchair from
and
serving.
I'm in a wheelchair.
He's blocked me.
Truthfully, I really do want to kill the guy.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't care.
Something about killing?
Got a problem with me
Jesus
wanting
Christ.
to I don't
Wait,
have.
you want to kill
I don't have.
proximity chat?
Yeah, I've got a whole fucking family that wants to get his ass gone because he's doing a lot of destruction in my family. I'm just lucky I've mostly kept him away from my...
You know what's really? I really hope proximity chat's like cool, bro, because it's like kind of funny right now, but at the same time, these people are f***ing mentally ill. You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of crazy, chronically online VR chatters that who knows, they might act on some crazy shit. You know what I mean? And although it's literally harmless, he's just recording people in VR chat. These motherfuckers take it so personal. It's kind of scary, dude.
Poly. He doesn't know that James is part of my poly. He doesn't know about my poly.
I mean, chances that they actually go outside and try to f***ing hurt him or just going outside in general, probably slim. But like, you know what I mean? You never know, dude. It's insane.
Update your bio saying that you're in their poly. See what happens. Excuse me? This guy's saying that he's in your poly.
What the f***, dude? Get blocked, bitch!
That was just
From my fucking family? Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry.
Thanks for saying something about that. That was just straight disrespectful. But he
Wow.
was just in here and said DD214's fake.
Was he trying to pass himself as a veteran?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's doing all kind of criminal shit.
So you served in the military?
Did you serve in Desert Storm 2?
Oh, yeah. From 98 to 2001.
Did you hear we're gonna have a Desert Storm 3? Donald Trump is about to issue the,
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about that goddamn piece of shit orange peel. I do not
valid.
claim him as my commander-in-chief. Him all too goddamn hell.
I voted for Kamala.
Yeah.
That proximity
Why
chat
would I
guy.
too?
You know that proximity chat guy? That Donald Trump fella? What I've heard, by the way, down the grapevine, that they've shaken hands.
Oh, no wonder we got
They
this
shaking
son of a
hands.
bitch coming to around. He's a goddamn fucking Trump lover. Believe it or not, next time I find out I'm around proximity chat, he won't even have a fucking computer to use anymore.
Can you talk to your lover about all these threats?
We need to talk.
What's wrong?
Honey, I don't like all these talk about
Honey.
death threats and all that.
Why are they having this like fucking conversation in the middle? Like all these people are watching.
I'm worried.
I don't think you should go to the Halloween party. You're scared.
Oh my god. Dude, I love proximity chat, I really do, but like getting through his videos is such a slog because this is so embarrassing.
And everybody.
Dude, oh my god, I love his videos. They're so good.
I have phantom pain.
When we hit the pothole, I was worried we'd be stranded for hours.
And our lives were...
Magic has existed for a long time in lots of different forms. But what would a newcomer need in order to unlock the mysteries of magic? And what would this magic look like? If you don't know me, my name is Lily. I am an artist who creates characters and world-building projects. And today I wanted to design my own magic starter kit that evolves over time, helping any beginner become a master of the arcane. But how would I use this power for myself? Magic becoming stronger as the wielder gains more experience is already a typical part of most magic systems, particularly in video games as you level up. The concept is not new, but the way it is designed could open up some interesting ideas. As usual, I am going to be borrowing inspiration from popular fantasy media, in particular Witch Hat Atelier, a very famous manga which has probably one of my favourite magic systems. The biggest aspect of this starter kit is that it evolves with the user. This means that items are in their most basic form since I am just a humble little beginner. I'm going a classic route for this with a spellbook and staff. You could argue it's a little too classic, but I plan on putting my own spin on it. These two items are the most important parts of my magic journey as they are literally tied to my soul. Every magician gets their own book and staff, no more, no less. Because they are in their beginning stage, they start out as a plain empty notebook and a stick. Okay, I didn't think it would be that basic, it's even still got a leaf on it. So these two will be the most important items to me and their appearance will shift and change as I gain more experience. But I need to talk more about how this magic even functions. This is a system where the wielder can design their own spells through purposeful visualization. You use the spellbook as a home for the spell to reside, and you use the staff to channel the spell. It sounds simple enough, but this does open up a lot of questions. Does this mean you can just make any spell and then use it anytime you like? Well, not really, since one of the biggest limitations to this system is that you only get one spellbook. A spellbook which has a finite number of pages, and the spells have to fit on these pages in order to be used. The bigger or more complex the spell, the more space it takes up in a spellbook. So in theory, yes, you can make any spell you like, since this magic draws on the wielder's ability to visualize what they want. However, if you want a big, complex spell, say one that can manipulate oceans or tear the earth wide open, then that would take up most of your pages, leaving little room for much else. and attempting to visualize spells such as resurrecting the dead, ones which would require a permanent change in nature, they're pretty much impossible as that spell would never fit any spellbook, even if you are a master at spell design. So how would you even go about designing these spells? The interesting thing about this system is that the spells will be unique to each person since it draws on your own mind. 2 or more magic wielders could have a minor healing spell which does the exact same thing, but be visualized in completely different ways. There is no right or wrong way to design these spells. You do need practice though. It is typical for newcomers to take up a lot of pages on their first spell, since they don't know how to effectively downsize even the most basic spell. Don't worry though, as a cool aspect of this spellbook is that you can redraw spells, or add more to an existing one, though this takes considerable time. You can even permanently erase the spell if you really dislike it and start over, but be warned that this takes a lot of time and you won't get the old spell back in the same way as before. That being said, it is important to try and not get too sentimental to your early spells. This process of design doesn't require any physical drawing, you're drawing with your mind. The pages will fill themselves in a way that's suited to your personality. It's recommended to try, visualize, and think about the spell before beginning the process of adding it to the spellbook, as this can help save time. When designing the spell, you've got to think about logistics. Take me, for example. At the moment, I'm trying to design a spell that lets me walk on water. Nothing too complicated, should only take up a quarter of the page if I do it right. But there's other stuff I've got to think about. Yes, I can walk on water, but my shoes will get soaked, so I'll need to either add temporary waterproofing to the spell, or make it so I'm slightly levitating above the water. Then I might have underwater creatures hunting me for a quick snack, so I have to make sure I'm protected from those. You don't necessarily have to add these things, it's just little ideas like that that you've got to add to a spell over time, and that starts to make it bigger and bigger. Just because you have the spell drawn down doesn't mean it'll be a success every time. These spells are linked to your mind, it requires strength and visualization. If your heart is not in the spell, especially for bigger ones, then it won't have a good success rate. If you want to be powerful in this type of magic, it will need your undivided attention and loyalty to evolve into something magnificent. As you add more spells to your spellbook, its shape will begin to transform, the same with your staff. The good thing about these items is that you don't have to constantly hold them, they will conveniently follow you around like party members. When you evolve them enough, they'll eventually be able to talk with you, which is pretty neat. They'll know you enough by then to offer advice or discuss tactics. Before I move on, let me just list out some important rules of the starter kit. Every book and staff is tied to your soul, this means only you can use them. Every book has a finite amount of space, and the spells must fit in this space to be cast. The bigger or more powerful the spell, the more space it takes up in the book. Some spells are impossible to cast as they would take up too much space in the spellbook. You cast the spell with your mind, no need to read or perform any specific action. Spells take energy, bigger spells take more. Rest and recharging will be required between spellcasting sessions. Spells fade over time. For example, if you have a spell to give you wings, this will only last a certain duration, then must be reapplied. You can make the spell bigger to increase duration. Healing spells also fade, but they aren't needed forever. The healing spells simply assist the body in repairing itself and will fade. It's sort of like antibiotics, which help the body fight infection but doesn't stay in your system forever. The same is true for curses. If you cast a curse to, say, turn someone to stone, the curse will eventually fade, even if it is a very big, powerful spell. However, the longer someone is under a curse, especially a more powerful one, the more damage it is doing to the body and vitals. When the curse lifts, the person may experience too much bodily damage even for the strongest healing spells to work. Spells can be put in place to improve chance of life. You can't use anyone else's spellbooks, only your own. Teamwork is possible, but not with breaking down larger spells into smaller parts split across multiple books. But collaboration of your own unique spells could provide interesting results. Your spells and staff will evolve with you. As you get more experienced and your spells develop, your book and staff will morph to match this change. And the books and staffs cannot be destroyed and cannot be claimed. It will disappear with the owner. There would be a lot more rules for this, but this is the main overview I could think of for the time being. So what would I put in my spellbook? Well, I'm a jack of all trades. I like having a selection of spells in my book to use. I'd rather have more but less powerful spells that help me with my day-to-day life in magic. A few of my selected spells would be walking on water, minor healing, having the ability to conjure inventory slots, as well as the ability to conjure portable fire, and lastly, enchant an instrument which when played attracts butterflies. The last one is purely for aesthetic. Sometimes I love a little style over substance, but the rest are pretty handy. Looking at these, I would say inventory slots would be the most expensive one. This is because inventory slots would need to be prolonged, but would be a very easy spell to keep recasting, so it would probably just give me a little less energy. I'd imagine it like in video games when you're carrying something heavy, it has an impact on your stamina bar, a little bit like that. It could be that the more inventory slots I have, or the bigger they are, the more energy it depletes, but the overall spell would need to be big to accommodate for the potential to add extra space. Having a spellbook which runs out of space is probably not a revolutionary concept. I like the idea of designing the spell though, it's very Witch Hat Atelier coded. This still feels a little rough around the edges. I wanted a system which feels like there's endless possibilities, but has limitations in place to make it more interesting. No doubt I've missed some huge plot holes in this system, but let me know what you think and if you would like one of these starter kits for yourself.
I walked till 4 o'clock like a sip in my seat dog. My boss was working so the bug, I'm just out of luck. What is that traffic? River wink what up? Look, you say, okay, today was fun, huh? I don't hate the city.
This video is brought to you by Skillshare. They say February is the month of love, but do you know what falls right before Valentine's Day this year? Friday the 13th. I mean, you definitely know that because this video is coming out like a week late. So since a Friday the 13th fell right before Valentine's Day this year, there's something about this year that just feels inseparably spooky. And when I think of spooky and romance, I think vampires. And it just so happens that I was cleaning up some old files on my computer the other day, and I found an old character design project from Valentine's last year that I just never did for some reason. I don't think I was happy with what I came up with at first, but I do like the concept. So this week, I would like to dig that character design project up from the grave, unintended, turn it into something I actually like. So similar to the werewolf dating sim video that I made a couple of years ago, the premise for this old video that I was working on was a vampire dating sim, where all the vampires work at like a coffee shop and they're all based on different kinds of Valentine's Day themed chocolates. The chocolates that I selected in that original video were white chocolate, salted caramel chocolate, orange chocolate, raspberry chocolate, mint chocolate, and chocolate truffle. And I basically want to just keep those exact same chocolates this time around, but I do want to switch up the premise a little bit. And maybe it's because I've been watching True Blood for the first time, because of course I am. And I'm kind of inspired to put these vampires in the setting of like a seedy vampire bar, but make it a little bit more like speakeasy themed, a little bit more vintage. And because I love historical clothing influences and fantasy influences in my character's costuming so much, I kind of want to put this in some kind of ambiguous time period, something that's just like vaguely historical, mostly fantasy, and throw a little bit of like Victorian steampunk in there for good measure. I don't know how the prohibition of it all fits into the premise of vampire speakeasy. But that sounds like a problem for future Kier. So as usual, I have already gone through and built inspiration boards for each of my characters using Pinterest. A lot of these are still the old boards that I built last year, but I did go through and update them, kind of collect some new ideas, freshen them up a little bit, especially for the characters that I was just not super sure of. On my first attempt with this, I was going to place it in a much more like modern setting, especially since that goes better with the whole coffee shop of it all. I just don't love designing stuff like that, so I have kind of gone in the exact opposite direction with these new boards. And along with that new direction, I've also tried to lean more into romance archetypes for each of these characters, because with the whole like dating sim concept, I feel like that is just obligatory. It's cheesy, it's silly. That's how we like our vampires here on this channel. So to start us off, as usual, I am going to do some rough sketches and thumbnails, but I do want to go through the old thumbnails first, explain to you why they just didn't quite gel with me, and then we can go and do some fresh concepts and thumbnails for the actual designs of our characters.
So this is abandoned exploration from literally a year ago when I was first working on this. Usually I start off with like just the most basic ideas and concepts in my head. I start off with a couple of different little like shape studies to figure out like what the vibes are of my different prompts, and then I also came through and wrote down a bunch of different traits here. From there I'll do individual pages kind of messing around with head and face shape and like kind of a couple full body sketches, but I really love to work on a face first because it's like a micro version of all the different shapes that I want to work with, and it also kind of allows me to hone in more on the personality and infuse the face with some personality. This one is white chocolate, and I'm trying a bunch of different ideas for her here. You can see them kind of trending into a general direction. From there, I did some sketches for salted caramel, mostly doing the same thing, trying to get somewhat of a full body version going there. This is my exploration for orange chocolate. I can remember when I did this little headshot drawing.
Team comedy,
I was like, okay,
let's go.
we're getting somewhere. We are going in a direction, but you can tell I'm not particularly worried about these being good at this point. This is the first concept sketches for mint chocolate. I was very stumped with this character.
Okay,
I can
I'm gonna have
remember
to-
I did not really know what direction I wanted to go in, but I do remember kind of liking this and the general vibe I was going for here. You can tell I started bringing in like a little bit of a peacock theme for this character, sort of randomly, which carried into bringing animal themes to all of the characters later on. This is raspberry chocolate. I have like a real sporty vibe going on for this character initially, just kind of like sweet and bouncy and fun. I do end up changing that. I remember really liking this headshot, also this random little profile sketch. This definitely kind of kicked off the general direction for this character. And finally we have Chocolate Truffle, who, oh boy, was by far the most difficult character for me to design through this because he is the one that is the most outwardly masculine. Not always my strong suit, but I did kind of start going in a definite direction here. You can see I'm trying to bring in like a little bit of a bear theme, which does carry through to my thoughts later in this video.
So starting out with the ancient thumbnails from last year, even back then I was not feeling all that confident with this concept starting out, so I decided to start out with some grayscale thumbnails, really trying to focus on values and silhouette and the shape, that kind of thing, which certainly led me in a direction for each of the characters, but I was definitely struggling a lot with the modern clothing here. It's just not really my strong suit, like I mentioned in the intro. Modern or futuristic clothing is also not really what I have the most fun designing, so by the end of these initial thumbnails, I did generally have vibes figured out, color schemes figured out, body types and silhouettes figured out, but I did end up abandoning this idea last year. I think the biggest problem with these designs is that I just was not having fun with them, and I think in the end you can really tell. So this time around it was kind of back to the drawing board.
So before working on the new designs, I went back to paper and I didn't do more sketches, but I kind of just wrote out a bunch of different traits and just some like brain exploration for the characters. This is really just personality work, whatever comes to mind, just like any little tidbit that I can like kind of relate different characters to one another or add a little bit of depth to them. Like I tried to figure out what jobs I wanted them to have. I kind of like gave them D&D style stats because this is kind of video game
inspired. This is all just very chicken scratch, but it gives me a much better idea of who the character is before I go in and design them visually.
So for this new round of thumbnails, the name of the game was same words, different font. I changed and tweaked the personalities and original designs a little bit, but I mostly liked what I had going the first time around. I liked a lot of my shape and color choices, but I did not like most of the costume design choices I had going on. So here I was mostly reworking the costumes to have similar silhouettes, but be more ambiguously historical, a little bit more fantasy inspired. I was also trying to make the color palettes more complex and give the costumes textures a little bit more depth. These days in costume design, I think a lot more about fabrics and textures and embellishments, things I can do to add more visual interest and personality to a character. So I was thinking a lot about the textures of each chocolate filling and how to kind of bring those out in the textures of the costume designs. I also liked that old secondary inspiration idea I had from my first sketches where I brought a peacock into the mint design. So here I was also giving each character a vague animal inspiration to go along and inspire their look a little bit. It's definitely more subtle in some designs than others, but I do like the depth that brought in.
But before we get into the actual character art, I am feeling a little rusty right now. And when I'm feeling rusty, unsatisfied with my art, I usually go back and study the fundamentals a little bit. So prior to working on the detailed art for these character designs, I wanted to do a little shape language warm-up, and I did so using Character Design Fundamentals Part 1, Shape Language and Basic Construction with Emma Gillette, which is a class that you can find through this video sponsor, Skillshare. Emma's class goes over everything from shape language fundamentals to using little shape motifs in your character designs, which is something that I do all the time. While a lot of this is information that I already technically know, I always find that reinforcing it and then immediately applying it is always the best way to try to improve a little bit, even in skills that I have a decent amount of experience in. So for the class project, Emma has us designing like a hero and a villain character based on what we've already learned. But for mine, I wanted to design more of a knight rivalry inspired by a wolf and a caribou, so I could make the shapes a little bit more complex and play in more of a gray area. I had a blast working on these two, and I think this exercise helped me experiment a lot more with proportions and height variation and that sort of thing, which is definitely something you want when you're designing an ensemble of characters that you want to look very distinct from one another. So that's something I'm going to carry with me directly into this character design episode. Now that I'm done with this class, Emma even has 2 more classes in this series focusing on how to bring a character concept to a fully finished design that I am also very excited to take. But as the world's largest online learning community, Skillshare has classes on virtually every creative topic you can possibly think of, taught by world-class creatives like professional illustrators, renowned graphic designers, and successful entrepreneurs. And I think it is one of the best places to slow down and just focus on learning a skill from creators that don't have to worry about things like the algorithm. They can just focus on teaching you the thing. I have fallen down so many helpful rabbit trails on Skillshare, from sculpting to crochet. I started watching a class yesterday on Skillshare. Really, if you want a description, I would start us off with for these character designs. Let's get drawing.
So for the character art, I thought I would start us off with white chocolate because in giving all of these vampires occupations at the vampire bar, I decided to make white chocolate the hostess. So since this is literally the character that is inviting us into the bar, I thought this would be a good place to start. So the type of chocolate I used as an inspiration for this character is actually more of like a white chocolate truffle, and I did this because it's very nostalgic for me. Kind of random, but my mother is actually allergic to cocoa, so I ate a lot of white chocolate growing up just because we would have white chocolate around more often than any other kind of chocolate most of the time. And since this is the only character in this lineup that doesn't have any kind of actual cocoa in the chocolate piece of inspiration itself, I did want to set this character apart a little bit, make her a little different from the others, both in terms of visual appearance and personality. So visually for her and her design, I really wanted to lean into the softness and kind of the creaminess, fluffiness of a white chocolate truffle. When coming up with distinct looks and personalities for these characters, I was really pulling from both the visual textures and the look of the candy that they're based on, but then also kind of coming up with adjectives that describe the flavor and the appearance and the texture of the candy and the filling. So for this character, I was very inspired by those Raffaello white chocolate truffles with the almond. I don't know if that's how you say the name. It's been a while, but those were the kind that my mom would eat the most growing up, and I really liked that almost snowy texture on the top. The appearance is so warm and fuzzy, but there's also something very snowy and cold about it, so I was trying to lean into those kinds of textures for this character design and also use those like round shapes that are going on. So I wanted to make this character very fluffy, very warm, but also cold in a way, kind of bring those two themes together almost. So the textures I was trying to bring out here were furs and knits, and I kind of wanted to also bring out like some fluffy, almost translucent fabrics that don't really feel like they have a lot of weight to them, to kind of contrast the heavier, fluffy and knit fabrics. So since I had all of these cold themes in there, I also was trying to kind of think of a way to weave that into the character, and since I do want this character to be set apart from the others, I had the idea that this is the newest vampire out of the group, so she's like a little insecure about that, a little bit struggling to fit in, maybe trying a little too hard, both with her personality and her fashion sense. And I also had the idea to go along with that in the lore for these vampires, when you are turned and your skin feels cold because you no longer have blood and circulation and that sort of thing, when you're very new, you feel that cold. You feel physically cold, and as you feed more and you adapt to it, you no longer feel that cold, so you can kind of tell visually that she is a young vampire because she's got a bunch of furs and knits and clothing on. She's mostly bundled up, but she's also trying to be like a little bit sexy, and she's showing some skin in a few places, but it does feel a little awkward, this outfit she's got going on. But I do think she is making it work in her own way, even though it is not the most traditionally vampire ensemble. So speaking of the specific components of the ensemble, for her I really wanted to lean into like circular, soft shapes, but give them a little bit of like a square edge to them that just felt right for this character. So as a base, she's got this baby doll style, super short, almost silky dress going on, and she's got a little fur trim knit hat and a knit bolero, but leaves that chest open so she can have some cleavage going on. And then I gave her some knit thigh highs and some ankle warmers over some boots. And then over all of this, she has a giant voluptuous fur trimmed coat that is very heavy, but also kind of sporting this translucent fabric to kind of get that icy theme across. I also like the idea that this jacket is super oversized on her because this character is quite petite. I made her like very short just to like up the cute factor even more. She's sort of our like dere adorable character in the dating sim. And as a nice little classy accessory, I also gave her a fan, which I think is funny, kind of like a juxtaposition to the cold outfit that she's got going on. The idea that she might be like fanning herself and she might be hot. Like, I think it's very cute, but it's another way that her outfit like just doesn't quite fit. Like the idea that she's cold, but she's also fanning herself. She's kind of like a walking baby vampire juxtaposition. And to add a little bit more detail to her costume design on this fan, I added a bunch of jumping hares because an Arctic hare is her kind of animal inspiration for this. And I also tried to bring that across in some other elements of her design, like her little twin buns that she has going on and the little cotton balls that she's got on the end of her hat and just like the white fur in general. I just think it's fun that she's physically evoking this prey animal, but Arctic hares are also adapted to this super harsh environment, and they're very fast and elusive, and they have like powerful back legs and everything. So I think even though she's the closest to being this quote prey animal because she's the closest to her humanity, I think she's good at adapting and good at thinking fast on her feet, which are definitely aspects of this character that come out in her personality. So like I mentioned earlier, personality wise, I think she is the cute lover girl trope in the dating sim. I think some of her more positive personality traits are that she's friendly, complimentary, warm, charming, genuine, protective, and I think some of her more negative personality traits, because I think being a vampire in this world does exacerbate some of your more negative qualities, would be always trying to be different and special, kind of having that chip on her shoulder with trying to fit in, but also trying to be unique and outgoing at the same time. Again, I think this character is a bit of a dichotomous one just because she is a newer vampire. Anyways, I also think she can be nosy, always trying to get in other people's business, trying to be in on the gossip and the general talk around the vampire bar. She doesn't want to be out of the loop. And to go along with that, I think she can also be a little anxious, a little uptight, and not have the highest self-awareness. Regardless of some of these flaws, I do think charisma would be her highest stat should she be like a D&D character. I do think that she is very strong socially, even though she does have her like associated weaknesses, but I think she's very good at, like I said, thinking on her feet and adapting, even if she sometimes comes on a little too strong. So as your lover in the whole dating sim setup, I think some of her strengths would be that she is just super enthusiastic about you, very complimentary, very loving, affectionate, and the cons would be that she can be a little obsessive, a bit smothering, and as a vampire, I'm sure that can go to a bit of a scary extreme. And as a last little note, I did kind of mentally name the characters as I was going over them because I just kind of came up with natural names for all of them, so I have been calling this vampire Lacey. So next we have mint chocolate, which is a bit of an acquired taste apparently. I thought it was more popular than it seems to be based on the survey of people that I have in my life that just do not like mint chocolate. You guys can tell me in the comments, is this a thing? Do people just not like mint chocolate? Because I love it, I always have. But I just, apparently it is a little bit more rare amongst people that I know in my social circle. But like I said, I love mint chocolate. It feels so fresh. It's like a nice little palate cleanser. It's a little spicy. It's interesting. It's unique. And you bet that I am going to pour all of those adjectives into this character design. And since mint, or like mint filling, whatever you want to call it, is I think most often paired with dark chocolate, that's like most commonly what I've seen. I also wanted to pull in aspects of dark chocolate to this character, which to me, again, I also love dark chocolate. It's like kind of bitter. It's a little bit more mature and sophisticated. It's for people who love the taste of cocoa and aren't just looking for like just pure sugar into your veins. So when I was conceptualizing this character, I was sort of getting a sophisticated, refined, fresh vibe. So that led me to kind of the intelligent, silent type for this character design trope. And to go along with that, I thought it would be cool if this character was kind of the owner of this whole bar club situation, the manager, the brains of the operation. Maybe she's involved in some organized crime. I don't know. I can't tell you because she would probably kill me. So since this character is the owner, she's sophisticated, she's fancy, she's not doing a whole lot of moving around or physical labor, I wanted to give her the most avant-garde, kind of fanciest outfit of the group, kind of the least practical. Like, she's just there to vibe and give people orders, you know? Be fancy, sophisticated, indulge in conversation, indulge in drinking humans, that sort of thing. So costume-wise, this design started getting pretty crazy pretty fast, because I did end up bringing in some outside influences and inspirations for these characters besides just the chocolates and their kind of textures and colors, because you can only get so much from that, and I also just do this in general for a lot of my character design videos. So like I mentioned in the thumbnail section of this video, I ended up bringing in a peacock as the secondary animal inspiration for this character, and I kind of took that theme and ran with it, and I thought it also fit well with the idea of a mint leaf. I wanted to bring a mint leaf in to this character design a bit more as a piece of inspiration to, again, add a little bit more depth, a little bit more visual variance. And since a mint leaf and a peacock feather are not too drastically different in terms of shape and texture, I thought that was a good through line for this character design. And I also thought a peacock feather was a good, not so subtle symbol of opulence and the idea that this character kind of likes to show off and flaunt her brain as well as her outfits and bar and all of that sort of thing. So for this costume, my historical references are kind of all over the place, but I think that's good because I, again, am leaning into historical ambiguity and fantasy for this character design video. So I mainly wanted to take that repeating shape of a mint leaf or an ostrich feather and kind of use it to guide me in the structure for this outfit. I also liked the shape language of that because it's sort of rounded but also very pointed pointy. I think flowy curves and sharp edges are a good description of what this character's personality and vibe would be. So for this outfit, I used those leaf and feather shapes to give her this little pointed shoulder bolero situation. And I have a puff sleeve shirt under that to kind of bring in the roundness of a piece of chocolate. Over that, she's got this mint leaf corset situation. And cascading down from that, I gave her a long, dramatic skirt with 2 leg slits in it so that she can have her legs out, a little bit of that sex appeal. I imagine the skirt is just part of that same puff sleeve blouse. And over top of all of this, I also gave her this large peacock feather coat that is flowing behind her. And she's got it off her shoulders because she's an old vampire. She's not cold. She's just wearing this for the vibes of it all, for the drama, for the status. And to go along with that drama, I gave her plenty of jewelry and adornment. I gave her sort of these peacock feather earrings, and she's also got kind of like a peacock feather brooch going on at her collar. And for a lot of her other styling, the method to my madness with this character is that I kind of subtly, very subtly, brought in an art movement reference to all of these character designs as well, just as like a loose aesthetic thing to kind of ground them in, again, vague history, but also kind of just add in kind of a specific aesthetic inspiration for each character. I don't think this is like the most well thought out idea. I don't know if it shows through very well, but for her, I was trying to pull a lot from Art Nouveau, that kind of architecture and artwork. This is probably the character where that inspiration is the strongest, so that's really saying something. But that's where I was coming from with the hairstyle and the styling of her staff. I wanted it to feel all very wispy, very kind of artistic, and metal work like this is also very prominent in like both Art Nouveau and Art Deco, so I wanted to add like a lot of metalwork kind of influences to this design, so that's present in her staff, in a bunch of her hair pieces, and then also on the armor pieces that are kind of on her arms and her legs. I had a bit of like a robot thing going on with this character in the original thumbnails because I was going to make it a little bit more futuristic. So with this character, I didn't really follow through on that, but I did want to follow through on those like metallic sort of futuristic pieces, but like artistic futuristic, if you get my vibe. Approaching the end of this piece, I also didn't have the most references to like a literal piece of mint chocolate with that filling, so to the bottom hemline of the dress, I did add these kind of like circular motifs at the bottom that kind of look like the cross section of a piece of mint chocolate. And I think it also visually ties in well to a peacock feather, so maybe not the most literal mint chocolate vibes with all of these designs, but I really am trying to give them vibes rather than being so literal. So for this character's name, I have been mentally calling her Beatrix just because I think it fits the vibes pretty well, and personality wise, like I discussed earlier, I think this character is intriguing, intelligent, a little bit mysterious. She's interesting, she's layered, she's experienced, she's deep. I didn't have like a lot of time to think about the backstory of these vampires, unlike I have in some of my previous videos. I don't know, maybe that's something that I will kind of go back to in the future, or maybe you guys can think about that more in the comments, but I definitely think this character has like a bit of an interesting backstory that you can uncover as you're romancing her. Ideally, all the characters would, but I think this character would have, maybe like I said, an intriguing, mysterious backstory, something that like makes her very interesting. I have some ideas in my head of what that might be, but again, it's not fleshed out, so I'm probably not going to share it in this video. On the other hand, some less desirable personality traits are that this character can be a little condescending and brash, a little bit of a know-it-all, so like a little dismissive of others and their knowledge and experience, and in that way a little insensitive. I think she also has like a certain way she likes things done, especially in her bar, so I think that she can be a little bit of a strict boss. Even though I think she does have a genuine level of care and protectiveness for her employees, she's just like extremely particular about how things are done in her vampire bar, because it is her vampire bar. I also think she is a huge show off when it comes to all of the opulence and beautiful things that she has accrued in her like hundreds and hundreds of years of life. I definitely think she's like one of the oldest, if not the oldest vampire of the group. So when romancing this character, I think she might take an interest in you first, just as like a fun little experience, something that's kind of just fluffy and vapid, but to actually like grip her and romance her, you've got to be interesting. You have to match her level of intrigue, and I think that is something that's very difficult to do. I think in the dating sim, this would be one of the more difficult characters to romance. I don't think she wears her heart on her sleeve at all. You've really got to like enthrall her and impress her to get her to like commit to you and like long and pine for you. But when you do, it is like the biggest compliment because of how much of a challenge she is and how intimidating she can be for all her knowledge and experience and whatnot. I also think since this is one of the older vampires, she's probably had a lot of different love connections over the years, so you've really got to bring something new out. You have to show her a new, interesting experience. I have absolutely no idea how you would go about doing that, but I'm sure in the context of this fake dating sim that doesn't exist and won't exist, you will have a dialogue option that will get you there. But I do think this character's soft spot or way in might be a new connection, a new perspective, something that would kind of surprise her or intrigue her after so many years of life. I think that thread might be connecting her to like a mortal human experience, like a view of the world where things are finite and can be enjoyed as finite things. I just don't know exactly how you'd get there in dialogue, but in the world where this is a dating sim written by qualified people who can do that, I'm sure they would have a plot way to get you there. I'm just not that person. What do you want from me? I'm an artist. Next we have Salted Caramel, another personal favorite of mine, but weirdly, even though this is one of my favorite kinds of chocolate, or just, I don't know, flavors in general, I did have a pretty difficult time trying to decide the direction for this character. I don't know whether it's just I was overthinking it, or I couldn't really find solid personality traits heading into it. I don't know. I had kind of a general vibe in mind, but I did have a lot of trouble translating that visually, but I do think it's interesting if you look at my original thumbnail versus the design that I ended up having by the end of this. There is like kind of a common through line going on in the vibes, even though it is like pretty different visually, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But as I was exploring Caramel as a concept, as like a personality trait, Caramel is like the sweetest of the sweet, almost sickeningly sweet, to be honest, but it is complemented very well by a little bit of like a savory saltiness on top of it. So I think that this character would be almost sickeningly sweet on the surface, just so charming, so like adorable and feminine and bubbly, but she would have this little edge to her, this little bit of a bite and sassiness to her personality. So putting all these traits together, I thought it would be fun if this character were essentially the main star of the bar's entertainment, kind of the singer, the dancer, the diva of the vampire bar. So visually, I also had a bit of a difficult time, like I said, translating this, because caramel also comes in a couple of different forms. It can be like very drippy, like a caramel sauce. It can be a little bit more solid. So in the end, I kind of tried to bring multiple types of caramel textures into this character, and I decided that I really wanted this character to be like kind of drippy and long, almost in silhouette, looking like she's had like caramel sauce dripped all over her. And one of the original ideas I had for this character was to give her like big old pigtails that kind of look like caramel sauce drips. So I decided to basically stick with that, but I wanted to make them a lot curlier and more textured just to get a little bit of that fluffiness across, make her a little bit softer, but also give that seductive edge of having just like big hair going on. I feel like that's also just such a show business thing. I couldn't resist leaning into it. So once I had that visual theme of drippiness going on, I think it really did help to bring the outfit together. Along with that, I had the idea of leaning a lot into showgirl costume and again, stage costume in general. So I kind of wanted to give this character a bit of a leotard going on, something that shows a lot of leg. Again, very seductive, very stage costume. But I also wanted her to look luxurious and have this nod to maybe like classic Hollywood red carpet like formal wear. So I designed for her a bodysuit coat combo, and I trimmed this bodysuit coat in a thick fur, kind of as a nod to the more solid type of caramel, something that's like a little bit more structured to contrast all the drippiness. And for this bodysuit leotard coat, I made it basically a leotard around the waist and hips, very tight to allow for dancing and performance and seduction, and I gave it very like flowy, drippy sleeves to once again add to that visual theme of gravity pulling everything kind of downward. I gave it this mermaid style train butt skirt thing to follow in with that caramel drip theme, but then also allow her legs to be free to move and dance around. And I gave it a super extravagant fur collar around the shoulders and bust to kind of keep drawing your eye to her face area. And along with that, I added a bunch of like beading and embellishments, especially to the bodysuit, but in general to the whole thing, just to kind of make it look like caramel drips and little pieces of salt catching the light. That's basically the idea that I wanted to have with all the jewelry and embellishments. Make it look like dripping caramel sauce catching the light, basically. And I also brought that theme of like kind of different kinds and shades of caramel into her hair by making it two-toned with like the red tones and then also the like light cream tones in there, which I think is a fun visual. The next character that I'll be designing, because I imagine that they were sired by the same vampire, so I kind of wanted them to have some consistent visual traits between the two of them, even though that doesn't, you know, make the most sense. They're not biologically related or anything. I just like having that kind of visual connection between the two characters. Finally, I did want to bring a little bit of subtle brown into this design, just as a nod to the actual chocolate part of this caramel chocolate, so I did add a lot of fades and gradients around the edges of the coat that have a little bit more of that saturated brown color. And then I also did a lot of her makeup and like her nails in that brown color, just to like make it look a little bit more cohesive and make sure that this is reading as caramel chocolate and not just like a drippy caramel sauce type of character. So getting into this character's personality, the name that I've kind of been using for her is Daphne. I feel like it just fits that like diva thing that she's got going on, and I just like the name Daphne. I think it's really cute. So I'm just gonna call her Daphne throughout the rest of this because I think that's easier than saying the caramel vampire. But in the more positive side of her personality, I think this character is very confident, seductive, like sweet talking and charismatic, very complimentary as well. Even though she's got a bit of a diva stage personality going on, she also gives other people their flowers. I think this character believes in that kind of fairness. And as kind of an extroverted party girl, I also think she's very fun and outgoing and bubbly and very excited about things. This is like definitely the life of the party character, like that extrovert that you're around and you get energy from being around them. I've met some people like that in my life, and it's nice as an introvert to be like, wow, I'm not tired at this party anymore. On the more negative side of this character's personality, I do think this character wants to be the center of attention. She does tend to make it about her a little bit too often. This character can be a little dramatic, a little manipulative, because she is so socially strong and understands those dynamics and does want things to go her way. Like I said, vampirism does exacerbate negative traits, and you know, that's just part of it. I think this character is also a gossip, loves a juicy little rumor, will spread a juicy rumor. And on the more interpersonal side, I do think this character is very sensitive when it comes to herself. Like, she doesn't necessarily take criticism well, and she is also very prone to jealousy, doesn't really handle rejection well, and I think is probably the most likely to murder you for rejecting her. I'm not leaning all the way into any particular like anime trope for any of these characters, but I do think this character would be like the closest to that yandere type, because listen, when we're talking about vampires, you have to have that shred of literal physical danger in there. It just doesn't work without it. So when romancing this character, I think that she would be like so confident and sweet talking and complimentary. She would just make you feel so special when you're courting her and flirting with her. But in turn, on the negative side, I think this character would be very possessive, jealous. She would seek revenge in her jealousy and maybe even be a little bit like, well, if I can't have you, no one can. And in fact, I will have you, and that I will eat you. I think that's probably a threat with any of these vampires. Like in the life of the game, if you piss any of them off enough, they will eat you, and that is sort of your worst case scenario, game over. And that is of course different from them just simply feeding off of you. You know, you can allow them to feed off of you as like a consensual experience, but if they just eat you and drain you and kill you, like that's not good for you. That is not achieving your goal of romancing your dream vampire. Next up we have Orange Chocolate, and my idea for this character is that he is the musician half of our singer-musician entertainment duo for our vampire nightclub. I think much like Mint, Orange is kind of a unique pairing for chocolate. I mean, it's pretty common in terms of like getting a box of chocolates and having an orange flavor in there, but it is like an interesting counter to the richness and smoothness of chocolate, just having that citrus in there. It's kind of unexpected, it's a little interesting, it's playful, it's fruity. So I very much think this character would be a little bit unique, a bit off-kilter, a little avant-garde. He's definitely like the artistic character of the group. So I'm going to be leaning into the passionate, tortured artist trope for this character. So design-wise, I went in a pretty interesting direction for this character.